All right.
Damn, I was in my second playthrough of I Am All Me.
Huh?
Oh, I was listening to the Shadow the Hedgehog music because it was funny.
I've been listening to remixes while waiting for the call to happen.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Same. I've been listening to covers of I Am All of Me.
I needed to get a drink. What do you want from me? Leave me alone.
Oh God.
Oh wait, we're hot mic. I didn't realize that.
Yep. No, we dived right in. Don't worry about it.
All right, shit.
Well, I'm already late.
Oh, thank God I didn't say anything racist.
Any choice words, Xaver? We need to hear from our favorite amphibian.
No.
Are you sure?
This is your time to shine, man.
Anything to say about the French?
You know, because they eat your people and all.
They don't eat my people. I am not a frog.
I mean, a lot of people eat lizards, even the French.
Honestly, lizard.
But the
isn't
French are
bad,
known
but-
for eating frogs.
Yeah.
It's really like the Cajuns that eat the.
Hi, I live in
lizards.
Cajun territory.
You have anything to say about Louisiana?
It's a shithole.
I went there once.
They
It's
tried
a
to eat you?
shithole.
No, I went to the Six Flags, and then like a year
The
later,
Six Flags.
the Six Flags that was in New Orleans, and then it flooded and the next year, and then it hasn't opened since.
New Orleans, huh?
New Orleans, New Orleans.
Orleans is actually really pretty. It's got like a lot of different culture shit.
Sadly, I was in high school at the time when I went to New Orleans,
New
Unfortunate.
Orleans.
and therefore I couldn't go see the actual porn shops.
Wow.
What?
And the,
Okay.
and yeah, there's a lot of porn shops in like the French district, right?
Are there any
I've only been there a few times
cultured
myself, to be honest. Well, now.
cultured hentai shops?
I don't know.
Uncultured.
This was like 20 plus years ago.
How old are you?
35.
Good lord.
So it's around 20 years ago. Shit.
Damn.
Damn.
Year before Katrina hit.
Okay, so like we're doing this thing, right? Okay, so-
Which is
This Homestuck thing. This one.
Yeah. We're doing it.
Yep.
that one.
Let me go full screen. There we go. Oh, who's being calliope?
I'm fairly certain. Hold on a second, actually. While we're give me a second, because I realized. Hey, wait. What about the little modicum of background music, huh? What about
The little modicum.
modicum?
Modicum. Modicum.
Let's see. Let me grab a couple of tracks again.
Mm-hmm. And there we go.
Let's see. Sure, this one should do, I guess.
Dance of Thorns is not bad. Kind of weird music for this specific point in the story, but
I don't care.
It's not about tone and intonation or whatever.
It's about
Whatever.
it's about having something there for the Zoomers to listen to while they're listening to us talk, so they don't fucking tune out infinitely
Exactly.
because of their 0.5 second attention spans.
Good lord.
Damn.
Yeah, that's right. I just fucking shit talk the Zoomers. Don't worry about it.
I was never worried about it. Lamau.
They already forgot that I insulted them and started watching TikTok. Don't worry about it. They already flipped over to fucking YouTube Shorts.
Now they're watching Vtubers talk about penis and say penis.
they weren't paying attention to begin with.
The cute girls are saying penis. That's 500,000 views right there.
Yummy popcorn.
Oh, that's
God.
that's an entirely different set of YouTube shorts or TikTok streams or whatever they're called.
I have no clue.
Wait, you're not referencing like ice cream so good, nom 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 nom.
That
ice
is
cream so
that
good.
is what I was referencing. Yes, I just don't know what they're fucking doing with their lives. I don't know if that's streaming or if they're just like.
Oh, they're streaming that shit and acting like NPCs. It's really fucking weird. I've never really gone to investigate it, but there's like videos on it.
Man, it's whatever. It's their thing. Let them have their thing, I guess. Whatever. But I'm gonna fucking laugh at it.
Passing trend. Like no shot sticks around for more than a year.
All right, we're gonna skip to the next song. Here we go. Now we're in a better place. Moving on.
Yeah. Elevator suck. Let's go. Woo! Yeah, baby.
There you go. One hero. Sans surreal obstacles.
When she mentioned that I didn't give it a sec. Okay. When she mentioned that I didn't give it a second thought, but now that I'm trying to reconstruct everything and tell you what to draw. I guess when you're trying to tell a story, it forces you to think a lot more about everything than what you're just listening to. Then I'm gonna try that again. I'm sorry. I guess when you're trying to tell a story, it forces you to think a lot more about everything than when you're just listening to one.
'Tis quite true. Perhaps you should start writing. How did she begin?
Let me think. Maybe we should pause before I go on?
Pause?
Like, some sort of intermission, so I can collect my thoughts a bit and to give the audience a little breather between two significant arcs. We were at it for a pretty good while there, after all.
What audience?
Well, that would be you in this case. Ooh, I know! I can doodle a quick story about the antics of the silly consorts on the Golden Ship before moving on. One of the things I did to pass the time on the ship was give them funny names. Let's meet our cast of characters for this intermission, shall we? Let's see, there was... Bubbleopagus, Thips Ahoy, Knack Be Nimble, Slowpoke Malone,
Jade.
Detective Gloves Budget, Fidgety Herbert, Dr. Snossages, Yif Yif.
Jade!
Huh?
I'm sorry, but I don't care about this right now. Your consort friends are very cute and their names are silly and I love them all, but I want to hear the rest of the story. Please, let's go back to illustrating her story. I'm so curious. Please, 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 please.
Wow, okay, sorry. Yes, you're right. This is a stupid diversion. Let's continue. Callie? Your hand.
Oops. Pay no attention to that. Do carry on.
So, anyway, like I said, she just finished telling me she was able to beat her brother in this reality. But apparently that wasn't supposed to happen. So she lived out the rest of her life in a doomed timeline and eventually died. She didn't mention how. And then she did this kind of fancy transition. Darn, I don't think I'll do it justice. A transition to a story about my brother who was stuck in a doomed timeline too. I think I'll mess it up if I try to match what she said word for word. She had a really fanciful way of putting things.
There's no need to try to recite what she said. Just tell the story in your own voice, as you have already been doing. It will be more fun that way.
Okay. So the bottom line was, almost all our friends had died, and John's only hope to return to his planet and to complete his personal quest. As you know, we all have personal quests that are unique to our planets. The nature of the quest is never easy to understand at first. They are presented to us through enigmatic riddles conveyed through the lore of the land. For John, it was the journey to the place where the constellations dance beneath the clouds. It was said the air breath was to free the stars from the shade and release them into the heavens. This was just a mysterious way of saying what he really had to do. What he really had to do, even. The stars were actually fireflies. They've been flying around trapped beneath an overcast sky ever since John first brought the Loas into existence by his arrival. And paradoxically, they had been imprisoned there for ages even before that. And such is the way our lands. They are newly born the day we arrive, and yet they were always were. To free the fireflies, John would have to play a special song. It had to be played just right to summon the breeze through the pipes, but there was a problem. Pipes were all clogged with oil! The first day John came to his land, oil began oozing up from the core, flooding the pipes and filling the oceans. To play the song, he would first need to clean up the oil, and to do that, he would need to face the slumbering one himself. He would need to face Typhoeus. But as he wandered through the catacombs down to the planet's core, he wasn't thinking about freeing the fireflies or cleaning up the oil. He was seeking to help his denizen to minister a power he couldn't control. Luckily for him, denizens always seem to understand what you want, and more importantly, what you need, whether you know it or not. Is something wrong, Callie? Go ahead and draw Typhoeus.
Oh. Yes,
You do know what he looks like, don't you?
I believe I do.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Just draw a big green snake monster.
A big green snake monster, you say?
Yes, a snake monster with the most unspeakably hideous face you can imagine. But you don't have to be too literal about that. Feel free to draw something a little more representational.
I'm not sure if I'm particularly comfortable rendering such imagery.
Why not?
It strikes me as rather indecent, for reasons I would be too embarrassed to explain.
That's okay. Why don't I draw it?
Very well, but you must excuse me if I giggle.
Okay, but I don't see what's so indecent about a big old snake. Lol.
Hot.
When John got to the planet's core, he arrived to find Typhoeus awake and ready for him. He was then presented with the choice. Stop! You're gonna make me crack up too. This part is serious.
I apologize. Please. Go on.
This has its own music.
That's some shit going on right there.
That sure fucking is some shit, man. His choice was presented as kind of a riddle. Spoken in a language only he could understand, spelling out the conditions he must accept. But speaking from experience, once a player is given the choice between two courses of action, it will hardly feel like a choice at all. If the heart is in the right place, then the right thing to do always seems obvious. So John accepted his Denzin's terms, and with that, Typhoeus opened the valves up to the core and flooded it with oil. There was no way out. He could not transform into the wind because he was completely submerged, so he's faced with two possibilities. Either he could figure out how to make himself disappear completely, using the ability he hoped to master, or he could drown in the oil. Drowning obviously would have been bad, but disappearing would be much better. He would appear somewhere else, having made no progress on his personal quest. His planet would still be polluted, and he would be no closer to playing his song. Somehow he understood the only way was to conceive of a third option. An idea beyond the simple binary of set outcomes before him. And interestingly, it was coming to this understanding which gave him the first glimpse of how to control the power. He realized it wasn't himself that he needed to make disappear. It was the oil! He dispersed every drop throughout existence. Oh no!
Sending oil back in time.
With the ripe oil!
Dave,
And all be bought and sold! Leaving a little mark for anyone who might notice, signifying his final mastery over his confining reality. But more importantly, leaving his planet clean. And the pipe's clear. Finally, they were ready to let the breeze flow. So he could play his song. epilepsy warning.
Huh? Oh. It popped the card out.
And it cleaned it.
Damn.
Hmm? Hmm. The click area was misplaced.
Hmm.
In fact, it keeps being misplaced. A little bit.
Huh. Oh shit! It's the best. It's the best girl. What's up?
Why didn't you press up?
Because I think that was the end of it.
Oh.
Oh god, what is this? This is adorable. You find a spunky babe in a cool blue outfit hanging out on your planet. She doesn't belong here. What the hell is going on? You wonder loudly.
Why don't you let Zaber,
Alright.
Sure.
Go
I
for
mean,
it, man.
either way. You interrogate. Wow. Already fucked up. You interrogate the rogue Team Babe for answers. You mean girl. Rogue Team Girl.
Sup? 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 Oh, I love that.
Roxy?
Sup?
What are you doing here? I thought you were going to see a denizen.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It went okay.
Yeah? What happened?
Oh, you know. Ventured into spooky subterranean lair for a bit of a cathartic and life-altering monster real talk.
Okay, that's a very funny way of putting it. But yeah, me too.
Yep, I figured your monster quest happened. I mean, once the gross black shit disappeared and the wind started blowing like a motherfucker.
What did your monster say? I mean, your.
Hey, maybe we should try to be more respectful about our god monsters. Her name is Nyx.
Right. What did Nick say? Did she speak in some weird babbly language that you can only understand? Did she speak in the weird babbly language that you could still understand somehow, even though it made no sense?
Fuck yes. Was downright incomprehensible in the most mysteriously understandable way. She told me this riddle thing that basically spread it all out for me. Like what my options were and what would happen if I did the options and like the metaphysical and moral consequences of doing those options.
Yeah. Typhoeus pretty much did the same thing for me. Typhoeus was the name of my snake monster, by the way.
Ooh, you had a snake monster?
Yes, it was awesome. So did Nyx give you some sort of challenge to overcome, which by doing so you could get in touch with your powers? Which enabled you to appear here by doing like this incredibly voidy thing and that let you phase out of existence and magically appear with me in this weird plane of reality?
lol, no. She pretty much just told me to fly to your planet, so I did.
Huh. You mean like you just wrapped up your conversation with her, left her lair, and then flew to Lawas?
Yes.
Okay.
FAO. I know, right? Wow, what a quest. When you think about it, it was totally totes the obvious thing to do. I didn't know it at the time, but you were gonna make your whole planet disappear. So if I wanted to keep persisting through your history-altering hijinks and all I really had to do was come along for the ride. No monsterly night magics needed even.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There were stipulations though, mad stips, if you will, vis-a-vis a buttload of opaque goddess. Okay, mad stips, if you will, vis-a-vis buttloads of opaque goddess riddles.
Right, you mean the choice thing.
Yes.
What were the mad stips?
She said, keep in mind, I am paraphrasing. If paraphrasing is even a thing you can do with stuff said in unfathomable monster jargon, that either I could stay behind and vanish into nothingness forever, and everyone in this new reality would inherit all the big-time responsibilities, including a version of myself who had no memory of any of this and never experienced all the loss and sadness I just went through. Or I could go with you. But in doing so, everyone I loved would know that But in doing so, everyone I loved would know that loss instead, whatever that means.
Yeah, Typheus gave me almost the same sort of choice. Something about other people feeling the loss I felt if I accepted his challenge, which I'm pretty sure is probably not good. I mean, what else was I going to do? I couldn't just let things stay the way they were.
Yes, exactly. Her caveat sounded ominous as shit, but there was something that didn't sit well with me about doing nothing. Accepting her terms just felt right, you know?
Yes.
So here I am.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is Lulu just taking loud ass drags on her vape pen or something?
No.
No, sure. I haven't heard anything. I'm glad it worked out like this. I was fully prepared to do this alone, to hop around and change things in whatever way. And I would get to see my friends again, even if they don't remember all the same stuff I do, which was a lonely feeling, if that makes sense. But now I'll have someone else to remember the way things originally went.
Word.
Yes, word indeed.
But I know what you mean. It's nice to have, like a witness, I guess. Someone to authenticate the rough shit you went through. Even if we never end up talking about it again. The fact that at least someone else knows makes it feel like it didn't all mean nothing.
Right.
Because even if it all gets erased and put back all better, I don't think the stuff we went through and the feelings we had meant nothing. IMO, the feelings themselves and the way they shaped us, that all means something. Forget it. Talking up my ass here.
No, it makes sense. And anyways, if nothing else, everything that happened brought us here. The stuff we're about to do, whatever it is, wouldn't be possible otherwise. And that feels pretty important if you ask me.
So, all that wind? That was you, right?
Yes.
I don't see any glitchy trash. Guess your humongous blowy spell did away with all that grody nonsense?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't even notice it until you just mentioned it, but yeah, I guess that dumb problem is finally busted. Thank God.
For real. I heard music too. Did you hear music?
Yes, that was me too. I was playing a magic organ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, there's this huge organ.
That is almost certainly what she said. Wonk.
Oh, shush. Anyways, this huge pipe organ. It let me play the breeze, so to speak. I think that was the only way to get rid of all those clouds and let the fireflies go home.
This is their home, huh?
I guess so? I'm surprised by how my quest turned out too, to be honest.
It is kind of bittersweet, seeing all the Twinkly Herbert's bros and sisters going home.
Twinkly who?
My pet firefly. I'm guessing this is where he was from.
Oh.
They all seem happy, though. Look at him blinking away into the blank ass yonder. Why is the sky blank, BTW?
It's blank because it's nothing.
Nothing. Why is it nothing? Or even are we?
It's nothing because we're literally nowhere.
Okay. How can you tell it's actually a field of nothingness, as opposed to just a bunch of regular empty space that happens to look vaguely neutral?
How can I tell? I guess I just can.
No, but how?
Why don't you ask yourself? You're the one who asked me why it was blank in the first place. So why did you choose the term blank in your question?
Damn! Owned at all the philosophies.
So owned. You'll find I'm the best there is at those.
Bet.
Is true. I'm always getting owned at those by you and your kin. Recently, your crazy dog sister was schooling me on perfectly generic cubes.
You mean generic objects?
Generic fort blocks.
Yes.
Now you are dropping mad truth bombs about blank skies on me. Shouldn't I be like innately stellar at this sort of stuff as a void player? Must be coming off slow as fuck on the uptake here, aren't I?
Not really. You seem pretty smart to me.
I do?
Yeah, you have a funny and snappy way of talking, like Dave. But unlike that knucklehead, I sense that behind all your jokes, you're probably some kind of brainiac, like Rose.
Whoa.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, knucklehead in a good way. Dave is actually the best dude. You would like him.
I bet you're correct. So, Dave. He's, my son, right?
Arg! I mean, yes, pretty much. Honestly, it gets weird to think about all of relationships in that way sometimes.
I getcha. Like, when I think about you and Wolf Jade being the kids of Jane and Jake, OMFG, that's so cute!
Um,
So, what is it you think's weird about Dave being my son?
I think we should change the subject.
Alright. What are we talking about again?
We were talking about the blank skies and fort blocks and such.
Oh, yes.
And you thought you should know more about things like that as a void hero? Which reminds me, do you think you are any closer to making that alien egg? I mean, after seeing Nyx, do you feel like a power boost or anything?
A power boost? Like Mega Man or...
No, not like Mega Man. I mean, like...
You're asking if she taught me to do the voidy thing.
Well, did she?
Nah, dude. I told you. We did our chat in some horseshit elven baloney tongue. And she just told me to come here. And that's literally it. Go to this planet if you want to live. So I did. It wasn't any really soul searching or getting lost in touch with my inner miracles.
Oh.
Just-
Well, that's kind of a bummer. How do you want to shortchange out of an important mystical and spiritual process of self-discovery? Huh? What?
Sorry, it's just sometimes you sound so much like Jake, it's really quite uncanny. But yeah, I don't care about that really. It was either taking an uneventful, non-spiritual trip to a wind planet or just stop existing altogether. I think I'll be fine without any self-discovery. I think I'll be fine without this self-discovery part.
Yeah. Or... Wait. What if this was part of it?
Part of what?
Your quest. Like, to be here and learn to use your powers better. We are kind of in a realm of literal nothingness right now. Maybe you'll be able to draw energy or inspiration from the void or whatever?
Nyx! Why, you sly old bitch!
Does that make sense?
It kind of does. It kind of loads of does.
Oh, sweet! I was just grasping at straws there, but now that you agree, I'm suddenly a lot more confident in my theory.
Yeah. Jake.
So, why don't you try it out again?
What? Like the egg? Like right now?
Sure.
To be honest, I'm kinda sick of trying to summon that ugly damn egg. How about later? I'd rather just keep BSing with you for a while, rather than get right down to frickin' business.
I guess there's no real hurry. Not in this place, at least. I don't think this place has any bearing on the other timelines. It's almost like taking a time out from our canonical lives. So if you want it, you can take as much time to practice here as you need.
I'm down as heck with that. Could use a breather from my canonical life.
Me too, even though I'm not sure I have one anymore.
Well, since we already talked about my quest, and like spiritual Mega Man style power boosts and all, how about yours? How'd that go?
How'd it go? Pretty well, I say.
No, but I know you blew away some clouds and blinked out the sky and all, but the point was that so you could learn to control your zappy powers. Did you?
I think so. I haven't tried a control jump yet.
I see. Well, when you do, where do you think you'll jump first?
I have no idea. The thought of changing the timeline is still mind-boggling to me.
Well, if nothing else, you really should go grab that ring before the smug troll can take it. I mean, there was lots of problems already, but her coming back to life really fucked us over to the shittiest max possible.
That's right! I definitely wanted to go back and get that ring off the couch before I lost it. At the very least, the way you can use it to help your friend.
Yep. Any other ideas?
Not yet. So much has happened, it's hard to even think about. And it's not even limited to what I've been through either. I've seen lots of other crazy stuff just from my random jumps.
Like what?
Like the last place I was actually. Just before I came back to find your session in ruins. I actually got in a pretty serious fight.
Oh?
Oh, with this guy, a skull kid? He's a huge asshole and a horrible artist.
You saw the Skull Kid's drawings?
Unfortunately. In fact, I was in his drawings once. It was a true nightmare come to life. I'm actually pretty much convinced he's the guy behind all of the problems we've ever had, even though he's a complete ignoramus.
Then you mean it was Callie's bro?
Yeah, probably. I have a feeling someday I'll have to take him down, but probably when he grows up to be his adult self. When I beat him up, he was just like a teen scamp, like us, but with a skull for a head and a robot leg, cape which I ripped to shreds, and a pair of dumb suspenders.
You beat him up? Damn! Y'all must be strong.
Meh, not particularly. I was just really angry and I caught him off guard drawing some shitty animes.
Fuck his animes.
They were quite literally the worst animes I've ever seen. I hope I hurt his drawing hand and he never does any more ugly art for the rest of his stupid immortal skull monster life.
Yeah, I know that guy. He used to troll my friends all the time. Wait, no. Used to jeer us. What a tool.
Sorry. Cleaning something.
It just occurred to me. Aside from fixing the timeline, there's another benefit to my new power. Once we all decided we're ready to fight him, I could just zap us all right to him. We could take him by surprise again. Really doubt he'd be able to handle us if we all clobbered him at once.
That's pretty good thinking, but maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Making plans for Rumble Royale with mangaka Dude Bro, Lord of the Shitwanks. We should probably focus on bringing our loved ones back to life first.
Hmm.
Is that Dirk's anime sword? What's up with that?
This is where Dave's bro died a few years ago. Probably while being heroic and cool. Jane made his body disappear to bury him, but I guess she just left the sword here. She and Dave Sprite and I gathered around when he was buried, and Dave Sprite said some stuff about him, stuff that was really funny and rambly, but also weirdly poignant. I guess it was a bit like a funeral?
A funeral, you say?
Yeah.
Yoink?
Anyway. You're right. Taking a break from the mayhem is nice and all, but I should probably get going. I have a lot of responsibility now. Hope I can live up to it.
Well, to quote an extremely wise and hunky dude I once knew, oh man, he was so wise. I hope I don't butcher his quote, but I think it goes a little something like, "You can handle it, John. I believe in you."
Aw, thanks.
That was kind of adorable.
Remember what I said too about practicing voidy stuff.
I will.
Good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Damn it.
What?
We're doing this again.
Doing what?
Being awkward instead of getting our shit in gear.
Whoops.
Too bad Grouchy Scarf here troll ain't here to coordinate another stealthy goodbye.
Yeah, it's just as well though. This is no need for goodbyes. If I can really control it now, I should be able to come back here anytime I want. Which means I won't be gone long.
Okay, I will be here, waiting, training, partying with those yellow lizards.
Those are salamanders.
Fuck.
Later, Roxy.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you didn't disable anything with regards to redeems, did ya?
No, because we don't do those redeems when we're doing the Homestuck stuff.
They lost some points.
It just means I'm gonna have to, where is it? You guys stop. Oh, they don't go in my requests. They just go through. So you guys are actually just burning.
It's fine, it's fine. Lulu, I have like 121,000 points on the channel, okay?
Well, I mean, yeah, but... Okay, well, I just rejected all requests. So everyone's just gonna... Random people are just gonna get refunds for no reason.
Aww.
That's not an odd. That just means that more people have more points again.
Damadane, Dameo.
Oh no, there they go.
Yep. I have to do it. For now.
For now.
Yep.
Aw.
All
Does that mean that no more bonks?
Wait, hold on.
No more bonks. You can be as horny as you can.
Okay. Okay, we're good. Now stuff won't. You guys won't be wasting all your points. Let's see. Only got that much in Calista streams. All the metal pipe alerts. He would turn it off really quick. You know that. He would get so upset. All right. Okay.
Freed Frog Boy.
Shut up.
All right. Here we go. John, he's going off to do the windy thing.
Hell yeah. Disappearing quack.
Yikes.
Yikes!
Blue, what the fuck?
Huh?
You stole my line!
Sorry.
Lamau.
Huh? I shouldn't mess around with that moment. It's way too fundamental. Let's try this again. Ugh! Wow, no! What is even ever going on here? This is completely useless to history.
Whatever is going on here.
Whatever is going on here. It's completely useless to history. Let's get it together, John. You've got to go to somewhere relevant. Try to think of something that will help help target a certain point in time. Try to think about... one of your pals! Wait a minute. I remember this. Hey, you shouldn't be here. What? What the hell? Gotcha!
What? Hold on.
Yeah, it's the moment where you tried to,
Yeah.
the viewer tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-cess, yes.
Just making sure we didn't miss.
Stop fooling around and go find Roxy, you dumb goof.
Kabonk.
Who's Roxy? Ow! Wow, I can't believe how naive I was. Like, a day ago? It feels like it's been longer than that. Hard to believe. I was so confused when that happened. I was sure that the other me knew so much more than I did at the time, which is kind of true, but also kind of not. Like, if I traveled back here and altered reality in a non-time travel-y way, then why do I remember doing it? Did I just make some sort of stable retcon loop? Does that even make sense? I think I did the right thing, though, zapping my other self out of there. It was like a retroactively preemptive continuity adjustment. Retroactively preemptive? What am I even talking about? This power is kind of complicated. I need to be more careful. Got to come up with a better plan than zapping to wherever my stupid whims take me. I really could use some help with this, but who should I ask? Dave? He knows stuff about time travel. But then it's not really time travel, is it? No. I need someone with a different kind of skill. Someone who knows how the consequences of certain actions play out. Someone like... Rose? Is that what her powers did? Really should have taken some time to figure out what her powers did. Or maybe... Wait a minute. Wait! I think I understand what she was trying to do now. She was trying to give me a way to come back. Like, zero in on her thought signal or something. Teresi, you're a genius. I mean, you're a weirdo, but you're also a genius. Alright, let's see if this works. Maybe if I just think hard enough. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Stuck. Eh? Enter password or go back. Home. Huh?
Did it actually work?
Huh? I can't believe that actually worked!
Hey, Mina. Any idea where we are now?
I don't know. That is not the voice I want to do. Fuck.
Okay.
I know.
Do you think that this could be the Dark Carnival?
Nah, that shit ain't real. It's a made-up religious belief pimped out by trash clowns.
Are you sure?
Shell yes, be fake as shit. Of course the religious beliefs themselves are real. Making it convenient for anyone who want to exploit those illusions for her own badass objectives, like pulling in clams hand over flipper and ruthlessly subjugating the general public. I mean, not like I'd ever bother with such a dope scheme like that. Just saying.
Okay, I can buy that there's no such place as the Dark Carnival and totally get behind slamming the beliefs of people I dislike. But really, whose memory do you think this place is from?
Fishka. How long you been dead now?
I don't remember, to be honest.
But you still asking questions like that. Whose brain this from? Where that noise originate?
I'm just curious. This is such an odd thing to encounter. Who experienced this? Some alt version of Karkat's lame ancestor? A chess creature from a distant unrelated session after its post-reckoning getaway, who then repopulated a dead planet and started building amusement parks? I could just tend to wonder things. It's in my nature.
It could be anything. Could even be a random patchwork of 50 different memories all contributing to nothing that ever existed in particular. Who cares where they're from?
I guess now that you mention it, I don't actually. At all. Maybe I was just making conversation. Sometimes I just want to shoot the breeze with you.
You're cute.
Yeah, so I've heard.
The point is, you gotta keep looking at the D-bubble junk and take it in a stroke, no matter how messed up it is or how much you think it shouldn't exist.
Take it in stroke?
Yeah, like swimming stroke instead of a walking stride. Likes fish and shit.
I knew what you meant. I was just teasing.
Why I oughta.
So, do you want to hang here for a while? Or fuck off to some other less ostentatious hodgepodge of memories?
I don't know. Does it look fun to you?
I don't know. Does it look fun to you?
It kinda does.
Yeah.
It kinda really does.
Yeah! So what do you want to do first? Go on this, slowly rotating horse cylinder?
Ugh, fuck no.
Agreed. I think I hate horses, actually. They sort of creep me out.
Yeah?
I had a weird experience one time where I was surrounded by a bunch of horses for no reason, and it was the most ominous fucking thing. I think I've just decided that being surrounded by horses might be the ultimate bad omen. Nothing good could ever follow or precede those circumstances.
I never seen a horse. I guess, except for the robot kind. Still would not recommend.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Nah, just like a mediocre situation prompting a bored thumbs down.
Yeah. So, scratch the horse-a-whirl, that's out. Do any other rides sound fun to you?
No.
No?
Come on, Vstuck. You don't go to amusement parks to hit up a bunch of rides for wigglers.
Oh, sorry, Your Royal Highness. I forgot about the standards I was dealing with here. Then what do? You
just shit around, acting cool, not giving a fuck. Being all around punk and hassling people who glance at you crooked.
What people?
Well... The other ghosts who eventually either show up or don't. Who cares?
That's fair. You know, it's been nice having you around to remind me that nothing's actually worth worrying about anymore. It's still easy to forget sometimes. But seriously, We should do something fun here. Come on, let's keep looking around. What about that?
What?
The tattoo place. Would you want to do that?
Do what?
You could get a tattoo.
Uh...
No, this sounds great. You should totally get one. It would suit your look. And like your whole punk brand so perfectly. Actually, I'm surprised you don't have one already.
What makes you think I don't?
Wait, do you?
Of course I do.
Where? Can I see?
Only if you're lucky.
Didn't anyone ever tell you? Luck is kind of my specialty.
Oh, shrod damn it. I forgot Lux just as much as your shit as it was Two-Face. I forgot Lux as much as your shit as much as was Two-Face What's Her Circ. Blah. Why don't you get one?
Me?
Yeah, if you think I'm getting inked up, if you think getting inked up sounds so chill, how about you first? How about you first?
But I don't like tattoos.
Why not?
Because... I don't know, actually. It's just an opinion I remember feeling strongly about at some point.
Well, do you still?
I guess? I just remember having some strumped up opinion about, like, how they looked bad, or were about trying too hard, or... I don't even know, really. Like ruining your body with some lame thing you'll regret one day.
You don't even have a body.
I know! Well, I do. I mean, we do. Just not in the same way that felt so directly important during our brief and embarrassing stints with morality. Huh?
Darling.
Not in the same... What did I say?
You said directly.
Oh, I guess I see why I made that mistake. So, but not in the same way that felt so direly important. Blah, 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 blah. I read that. I guess now that I think about it, it doesn't feel like as big a deal anymore. And maybe it was just a totally stupid opinion to begin with.
I'm down with that I'm done with that conclusion. So what'll it be then?
You mean whether I should get one?
No, if you want to buy a whale. Yes. Do you want a sweet tat or no?
I don't know. What would I even get?
Def something nautical.
Nautical, eh? Well, there's a shocking suggestion if I ever heard one.
Yes, it is a curveball, I know. But I like keeping suckers on their toes.
It's not a bad suggestion, actually, even if it quite literally is the only one you're capable of at any given moment. I do genuinely love pirate stuff.
Eee!
Okay, you talked me into it. I'm gonna do it. I'm excited.
Oh, OMG! Yay!
Lol.
Lol.
What is going on here? Should I go? Yes, me. I mean, yes, John. Wow, it's kind of weird talking to myself. I'm not sure if I'm a very big fan of the experience. Tell me about it. But yeah, you should get going. Terezi's experiment worked. You'll find out all about it later. I will? Actually, I'm not sure. Now that I changed how things happen for you, you might not get the idea to come back here like I did. Which I guess makes the situation a true paradox, unlike all those lame stable time loops Dave makes. So what does it actually mean for me? What am I supposed to do? Now, I don't know what it means. Unfortunately, it may not be relevant anymore. I'm the John who is learning to use his flashy powers to reconstruct the timeline, so that responsibility is on my shoulders now, not yours. Sorry, I'm just keeping it real. Well, who really knows how it'll turn out. Maybe we'll still have important things to do? I don't have all the answers, I just know Terezi and I have to talk now. You should go. Where? Where you were about to go anyway. Go see Typhus and do the quest thing. It worked out great for me. Well, well, it worked out great. Well, at least for me. Okay, I will. I just hope I can still be relevant, but I will understand that if it turns out not to be true. Crap. Let me try that again. I do hope I get to still be relevant, but I will understand if that turns out not to be the case. That's the spirit. Nerds! So that thing we did with the password, we can use that trick to our advantage, right? That's the idea! If we come up with a list of key thoughts, you should be able to do whatever you just did, and zero in some of my memories, and change a few things. Like what? Good question. We've all made a lot of mistakes. If I can name a dozen terrible, stupid things people have done just off the top of my head, which if erased would probably improve the situation. Yet, I don't feel like I have the credibility to hold anyone accountable other than myself. I think I feel like a hypocrite if I try to fix other people's mistakes. Yeah, I know what you mean. When I try to think of what to fix, all I can ever do is look back on what I did wrong. I never should have let that ring out of my sight. Going back and getting the ring is the first thing we should do, right? I guess that's one kind of, sorry. I guess that one kinda is a no-brainer. Besides, I promised Roxy I get it. I kinda blew it last time I told her I get it. So maybe I shouldn't mess that up again. What do you think, Terezi? But other than that, the sky is the limit. Really, what do we do? Do I go back to when we were just starting to play the game and gives us some advantages? But then messing up our session causes the whole chain of reaction. We never would have met the trolls or had any reason to scratch the session. And if we did scratch the session, there would never have been an alternate reality where Roxy and her pals got to play, thereby meeting us. When you start looking back and realizing how interrelated everything is, it starts feeling like an overwhelming job to fix it. On one hand, you don't want to change so much that the reality you create is barely recognizable. You want to keep everything as similar as possible, so you so you get to keep all the lessons you learned and the important experiences you had with your friends. But on the other hand, if you aren't going to change something substantial enough to make a real difference, why bother at all? It's like, go big or go home, you know? Sort of a catch-22 when you think about it. Is this making any sense? Terezi? Terezi! What? Were you listening to a word I said? Not really. Come on, Terezi, get it together. I was saying really some really deep and insightful stuff, probably. I bet Roxy would have thought it was cool. What are you doing? Are you writing on your scarf? In blood? Here! What the hell is this? A list of instructions! Just focus on all of these key thoughts in exactly this order. For each one, do exactly what it tells you. Then quickly move on to the next one until you're done. Huh? Every change I am telling you to make will have incredible subtle consequences. However, they will be absolutely essential for creating a more favorable outcome. But only if you follow my instructions to the letter. No questions asked. Wow. How do you know all these, how do you know these are the exact right things to change? I said no questions asked! Okay, jeez. I was curious. You asked me to use my powers to help you. That's what I'm doing. It is now your job to trust me and do what I say. It is? Clearly! This bloody scarf contains secret wisdoms of the mind which a lowly human windboy could never dare to fathom. And now the windboy must embrace his role as the wayward heir, unbound from the ties of causality, and put all of his faith in a fallen seer to bring redemption to us all. Okay, now I know you're full of shit. Yes, but could you please just take the fucking scarf and do what I say? Alright, why not? This is a lot of instructions. All these will make me take me to certain events in your life? Ideally, yes. Well, at least you have a plan. Who am I to say it isn't the right one? Nobody! Oh, snap! Terezi, did you know, even though you're a weirdo and we probably won't get along most of the time, I kinda missed you? You were one of the first trolls I ever talked to. We got off on a weird foot with your death threats and jokey antagonism. It's almost like we never stopped being on that foot. It makes me nostalgic for simpler times. Do you remember when you made those maps to follow? In a way, following your instructions will be like that tomfoolery all over again. I do remember. The maps I sent you were
Cartographic.
Those maps I sent you were cartographic masterstrokes. It represented a shining example for all who would aspire to host gullible dweebs everywhere. But let's not waste good sentimentality here. You're about to stroll down memory lane with me in a much more literal sense, whereas I...
Take.
One moment. Huh? You'll need one more thing for your journey. What is your favorite color? That was a rhetorical question, numbnuts. Here. Good luck, Egbert. Not that you'll need it. Why not? Because we make our own luck, and you're about to prove that.
So she just
Killed.
keeled over and died.
Dead!
God damn.
God, you're so fucking weird. Hello, Jane.
Jane. Oh my gosh.
Excuse me? Apologies for the intrusion, but I seem to be lost. Could you please tell me where I am? Jane! Oops. Sorry. I'm not terribly experienced with the practice of interpersonal expressions of friendship. Jane, don't be frightened. It's me, Callie. Of course! Oh my goodness, what a wonderful surprise!
Aww.
Come here, you. This is an expression of an in-person friendship we Earthlings refer to as a hug. Yes. Forgive me, I don't recall you telling me you were named Callie. But come to think of it, I hardly remember anything at all. Not even how I got here. I would not fret over it. Your memory should begin to return in due time. Jade here has been remembering all sorts of things as we record her memories in our storybook.
Hi, Jane.
Hello there. Why don't you join us? I'm sure you will have much to add to our story. I'd love to. I feel as though I could use a rest. I'm quite exhausted for some reason. I must have been walking along that yellow path for longer than I can remember.
I said the same thing too when I got here.
'Tis true. Pardon me though. I also cannot recall for the life of me whether you mentioned your friend to me, or that you were both trolls. But we are not trolls.
Nope.
These are our trollsonas. Trollsonas, you say?
Kelly helped me make mine. Aren't we adorable?
You truly are. Say, do you suppose I could make a trollsona too?
Might as well get started. Let's see. The first key thought is... Reunion! Go get ring! Reunion? Do I even think do I have to think the numbers too? How do I even do that? Whatever, here goes nothing.
I'm gonna say, ow. Oh, ow, my eyes.
It's fine.
The teal
It's
on
not that bad.
I know.
the teal on red. Oh, it hurts.
It's not that bad.
Hmm? Boop. Whoa, it worked. I remember this. Ah, yes. Oh man, this is great. Hey guys, hey me. You're looking almost as handsome as the other me I just saw. Don't ask, it's a long story. All I need to know is we're both looking great, as usual. Dang, this was such a cool moment. Hard to believe it was only hours ago? Days ago? These zappy shenanigans are making me lose track of time. Whatever, it was just a really nice surprise when y'all randomly appeared on my birthday and fell on the grass. I would love to have this sweet reunion all over again with you guys. We had some great conversations here on this lonely Stonehenge planet. I really wouldn't mind listening to everything we said again, word for word. But I can't. I don't know if it makes sense, but when we all came together like this out of the blue and had a long-awaited reunion, I'm not sure if we really earned it yet. And we didn't realize it at the time, but there was still a bunch of problems waiting to happen. Like some lingering issues that were going to pull us all apart again and make us fight to get back together once and for all. But don't worry, I'm working to overcome all those problems right now. That's why I'm here. It's also why I can't hang around all day babbling like a fool. I really need to quit yapping and hit the road. See you, Carcat. I hope your pals don't take it personally, but you were always my favorite troll. The shouty tirades you are going to have on this hilly planet are going to be epic and hilarious. I will never forget them. Kanaya, take good care of him for me, okay? Thanks. Dave, see you in a different reality, buddy. Be sure to take care of Mr. Mayor, too. Your beautiful friendship with a cute chess man is an inspiration to us all. I hope and firmly believe it will transcend the boundaries of even the most ludicrous retcon shenanigans. Goodbye, Rose. It makes me happy to see you alive and well, even if it's only for a minute. I'm going to make sure I never have to watch you die again. Sorry if that sounds morbid and confusing, but yeah. And if you see her around, say hello to Roxy for me. Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, Terezi. I feel like this is some big joke you were in on too, but you probably don't have the slightest clue what's going on, do you? Maybe it's just better that way. Anyways, the plan is going perfect so far. I just wait. So yeah, time to go get that ring. I don't know what's going to happen to y'all once I change stuff. Maybe you'll stop existing? I don't have a damn clue, to be honest. But you know, you'll always keep existing in my heart. Bye!
And now we know why they can't remember that moment at all.
It's for the best.
It's there! Hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. Gotcha! It feels good to have it back. The dear, sweet, precious ring of ghost life. I'll never lose track of it again. I definitely won't let... Wait, who was going to steal the ring again? The other Vriska with the short pirate skirt. What was her name? Doesn't matter. She's probably irrelevant now.
Damn.
Oh no, he's turning into rice gum. Everybody's irrelevant.
Boom! There goes another one.
Wow, yeah.
Dude sure is busy today.
I've got to hand it to him. As far as indestructible reality-destroying monsters go, he really is tireless. Even though, on some level, I can tell he's probably a complete moron. His dedication and persistence is actually pretty admirable.
Holla.
How many ghosts do you think were in that bubble he just wrecked?
Dunno. Hard to give a carp, really. And not just because I'm a sociopath.
What do you mean?
He's just reclaiming souls who hang around. He's just reclaiming souls who be hanging around too long anyway. Before I died, I was already like, I ain't give a fuck about death much. I looked at it and said life had a price of admission no one could afford. In the ticket taker's eye, there was no way you could ever earn your stay. So to stick around, you gotta earn your steal. Well, to stick around, you gotta learn to steal. But shit catches up with all thieves in the end. Even the great ones. I lived life like death wasn't no thing. At all times, overdue. A hard stop to being you. And only chumps aren't fine with that, but then I die. And I find out that dying don't mean what I thought it did. So all those spook-eyed souls up there scared to death of double dying, fuck them.
Pisces, have I ever told you for a no bullshit fish princess, you sure have a way with words.
Yeah, you've kissed my ass before if that's what you're asking.
Oh look, another space tragedy.
Damn.
I will say this much. All the cosmic mayhem is really quite pretty. Almost like the big man out there is putting on a fireworks display just for us. Is that the fucking Triforce?
It looks like it.
Yeah. Duh. Lord Muscle Guy be thoughtful as fuck.
How far do you think he'll go? To find, who was it? His kid's sister? Is he really gonna keep smashing the black space forever until he finds her? Till it's all gone? Is it actually possible to shatter a continuum that's theoretically infinite?
Shrug.
Like I said, gotta admire the guy's determination. Still, I can't imagine he's led a very enjoyable existence. I mean, sure, maybe he thinks he has, in the way that totally delusional, egomaniacal people tend to do. I bet he never had anyone in his life who was actually important to him. Someone who could have helped him see that nothing is worth this kind or that kind of obsession. That it's better to just try and be happy.
Poor Skull Guy.
Roasted.
Oh, that's gay.
Okay, Bloody Scarf, where to next? Framed! Wait, framed! Framed, huh? I mean, framed. Which I guess is pronounced the same way, but you have to yell it in Trezzy's weird, annoying voice.
Stop being so mean to her.
Wow, that was kind of a sick burn. Maybe I should just be nicer to her. Since he is bailing my stupid ass out of this jam. And also, she died. Okay, here I go.
Yeah, you're kicking her while she's down, John.
It's a little rude.
Senator, you smell very nice. Your luscious yellow scales are like the sweetest gumdrops to the prosecution's nose. But your deceit stinks. Oh wait, there's a password here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Rescue this witness before he is murdered. Don't
The
get
witness.
caught. Oh, it can't even see it.
Yeah. But it just made sense as the, not the, or this.
Wait, where's the witness? So, you wanted me to steal a stuffed dragon from your room? How is this even the slightest bit important to the timeline? Whatever. Maybe stealing this dragon is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of stupid time shenanigans. Who am I to be the judge? Okay, what's next?
Lamau.
Moment! Moment? Wait, moment? Wow, that sounds really non-specific. What moment do you mean, Terezi? Way to narrow that down. Guess I'll find out. This better be good. I'm sure I mentioned after you met my sprite. I learned from her through my dreams before she hatched.
Yeah, but it's still so vague. What's the whole point? Or that's the whole point. How about a straight answer?
Okay, I'll try. When I went blind, that's when I first woke up. And my Lucis helped me wake up. Sort of.
You mean on Prospect's moon?
Yes, but except for the very brief moment, I was blind in my dreams too. The dream self-image I project can't see, because I guess deep down I don't really want to.
Why is that? Is it out of spite to Vriska? I know I'd probably be cool with it out of spite more than anything.
No, not that there wasn't some satisfaction in being okay with it. Grateful about it even, and making sure she knew that, but that's not it. The day it happened was the first time I ever heard from my Lucis. She woke me up, and ever since has been teaching me a different way to see. A different way to perceive everything, I guess. Not just in a sensory way.
Okay, so how did you never tell me any of this?
You would have gotten it. Even now you still don't really. You haven't even seen Skya yet.
How am I supposed to wake up?
I don't know. Something different does it for everybody.
How many of us are awake now? How much of the future did you see before we started in the clouds like Kanaya? Also, how did you go blind anyway? What did she do to you? I don't know why you're so cagey about that. I still don't see how she could blind you without being anywhere near you. Obviously she can't control you, so what gives?
Carcat, shut up! God, how about if I tell you all about that stuff next time we are in person? In fact, I will tell you when you wake up. Until then, I will keep tabs on you in your tower while you sleep like a little horny honey pajama pupa nestled in his cocoon.
Wait, let me guess. Do I look adorable?
Actually, you look kind of like a big pile of smelly barf.
Wow, what the fuck?
Of course you do, dumbass.
Oh, then good, I guess.
Okay, I've got to fly. Don't worry about the ring mission. You can stay busy with Register. I'll organize a new mission myself. Later!
Wait, Terezi, please don't tell them about my blood. I want to tell them. I will tell them. Later. Once they respect me as a leader.
Okay, I'll keep that a secret if you keep this one I tell you. Which is that, between you and me, Carcat, I think they already do. Bye!
Bye.
Cease.
Heart.
Okay.
Shit, what was this password?
Moment.
Moment. Okay.
Moment! You dumbass! Come on, John. Figure it out.
You're sounding kind of like, Beavis.
Write messages on wall. Shh. Shush.
Why?
Why? You don't need him. This is John, by the way. Haha. Confused yet, Terezi? This is actually a lot of fun. I'm like the ultimate prankster now. Nana would be so proud. It's kind of like if Doctor Who used his fancy phone booth to go around playing tricks on people, and that's all he did. Then maybe that show would be less lame. Also, Harry Anderson should be all the doctors. Wow. I should use my retcon powers to make that show happen. Wow. Yes. It's like all the superheroes say, with great power comes great responsibility. I wonder who the him was in Terezi's note. Carcat, maybe? Man, I sure hope Terezi didn't send me on a time travel quest just to fix her fucking boyfriend problems. God damn it, Terezi.
What else do you remember, Jane? The more you tell us, the closer we may come to jogging your memory, your and Jade's memory of how you died. Not to mention, the closer we will get to completing this lovely illustrated story. My recollection continues to be so darn hazy. Is there anything from my session that you can remember, Callie? Unfortunately, from my perspective, most of it was blacked out. Everything else I know, I've learned from ancient journals, whose veracity I've come to regard as tenuous. You two are the only primary sources I have left to reconstruct the tale. If only you can keep jogging your memories. I see. Well, I do recall quite a bit more from our stint as tricksters. For some reason, all those memories are still quite vivid. I suppose I could recount some more of that drunken tomfoolery and extend our trickster chapter. Oh yes, I would absolutely adore hearing more about your trickster adventures. It pleases me to know and hearing that you experienced such joyful escapades as a result of the birthday present I gave you. Yes, joyful. That's what they were. So joyful. What a present. You are a true sweetheart, Callie. So, where was I? Ah, yes. Dirk had just acquiesced to the siren song of the trickster. When all the rainbow magic and sparkle dust had subsided, there he stood, as stoic and rigid as ever. He was like a plank of wood in orange trousers and suspenders, a bronze statue and a silly pair of wrist warmers, a stone-faced automaton with a shock of vermilion hair, in which comfortably nestled what appeared to be an orange soft drink. The Juju's potent spell seemed only to strengthen his resolve, and betraying no emotion whatsoever. But would his curmudgeonly facade prove a deterrent to Roxy's lascivious wiles? Methinks not. She advanced upon him with her magic ring, seeking his hand in quadruple betrothal. Her lips puckered and quivered like an amorous cephalopod skulking the briny ocean depths for a handsome mate.
Guys, I think we've heard enough about the trickster stuff.
Shoot!
Jane, don't you remember when we turned into bad guys?
Bad guys?
Yeah, I turned into an evil werewolf for a while, and you, I think, were some kind of cyborg?
Yes, that does sound very familiar. Can you tell me anything else to nudge my recollection?
You had a pitchfork thingy, and your outfit was bright red?
Yes, of course. I do remember that now. Oh dear, I was really behaving horribly, wasn't I?
Yeah, we both were. It feels like it was all a bad dream. I'm glad it's over now, even if it means we're probably dead.
Mm-hmm. It's coming back to me now. Gosh, how embarrassing it is to recall my actions. You somehow managed to trump my indiscretions as a trickster. Things I said to Jake.
What did you say?
I can't even bring myself to talk about it. You're right, Jade. We probably are better off dead than having to face the music for our shameful deeds. I do not wish to pry into matters that make you uncomfortable, but can you at least recall the circumstances which were likely to have resulted in your deaths? Yes, I believe I can. Remember my encounter with Jake in his prison cell has reminded me of a crisis that followed shortly thereafter. It caught us all quite by surprise, if I recall. Even the Condesse. I believe there were unanticipated factors which even she was unable to account for. Can you recall the nature of this crisis? Jade and I will do our best to record it. Yes, hold on. Allow me a moment to get back into my storytelling voice.
Sorry.
'Twas like Jake said. We'd been hoodwinked by none other than the Batter Witch herself. The old lady's fishy mind tricks had us both behaving like a pair of crooks. We were all too willing to do her dirty work, and none too shy about reveling in our misdeeds. It was as if she'd pulled the stops to our sense of conscience. At least we were free to act upon our darkest desires. And if it pleased the jury, I prefer said desires were kept stricken from this record.
I second the motion.
Troubleshoot. The crafty witch made sure I would be the brains of the operation. She saw to it her heiress had a supercomputer wrapped around her noggin years in advance, a state-of-the-art thought-wave tiara top for the up-and-coming junior dip batter master on the go, with the factory default set to evil. But if I was the brains of the outfit, Jade was the uncontested brawn. Within 2 shakes of a dog's tail, she kicked Dirk to the curb of the insipisphere. Then, in one fell swoop, she and I pinched Roxy and Jake respectively and hauled them right off to the Slammer for interrogation. The Slammer, as we all know, is how one describes the penal system when feeling extra angry at crimes. Their crime, you ask? It was being on the wrong side of the law. And by wrong, I mean right. Jane, slow down. This is all solid gold. But before we could badger hapless pals into the Slammer, there was work to be done. We had to prepare for the others, scheduled to arrive shortly on a meteor from the furthest ring. I was ordered to build up the houses on our planets to reach Skya. The witch said it was reach Skya. The witch said it was critical for her plans. Whereas Jade was told to intercept the meteor and scatter all her friends on the 4 new planets. They were all to be separated into pairs and prepared to receive instruction to help us advance the cause. Then, something went wrong. Something fully unanticipated even by the witch. Before Jade could intercept the meteor, she disappeared without a trace.
I did?
Jade, shh. This is getting exciting. Perhaps it's my shoddy memory acting up again, but I have no recollection of what happened to her. This left the witch's scheme in total shambles, and without Jade's unlimited power at her command, the situation on Durst was vulnerable. Jade's friends were now unaccounted for and could freely move about the medium without being caught. They used their medium to maximum advantage. Staying a step ahead of the witch, they organized and came up with a plan. The plan, you ask? A prison break. They struck at just the right moment, while the witch was out searching for them. They'd established a series of clever decoys to lure her away. Their assault on the Durst prison was furious, with only myself and a few agents on hand to fend them off. Her aim was to free Jake and Roxy, and I can only presume me as well from my corrupted state. But I was not about to go down easy. Oh no. The melee was fierce, and alas, not without casualty. What happened, Jane? Was someone slain other than you and Jade? I'm sorry. The memory is coming back to me. It is difficult to talk about, let alone present it with the flourish of good story deserves.
Well, forget about the story for a second. Just tell us with regular words. I mean, if you want to.
No, it's okay. I shall persevere. Our tale must go on. Roxy's young mother made an exceedingly aggressive move to free her estranged daughter. She attacked me with a fearsome enchantment of blinding light. I deftly sidestepped her sorcery, and in my demented state, found myself enraged by her claim on my beloved BFFC. I let my fork sail straight and true toward the interloping Lalonde. But Roxy, in a sudden fit of gumption, she intercepted my fork directly through her chest. I knew it before her heart even stopped. Her death was surely heroic.
Excuse me. I'm just gonna, like...
What?
Sorry. Maybe it's not playing for you guys anymore, but...
Oh, are you talking about the music?
Yeah.
And how upbeat and chipper it was, and now we're just in...
It was like, it went into battle mode, and I'm just like, man... let's undo that.
Hey, it's Jasper's.
Hell yeah.
Hey, would you quit it? I'm trying to keep a low profile here. Murder!
Bye.
Professor Pucefoot immediately begins drawing a pointless chalk outline around the body, as is standard protocol.
Murder. Murder! Blah, 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 blah. Deploy the witness. He is critical to the investigation. Eh? Eh? Mission accomplished, I guess? Well, scarf item number 4, at least. There you go, Trezzy. Your stupid plush dragon can help you with your weird investigation. Whatever fucked up thing you're doing there. Thank God I changed that. We're sure making some awesome progress here. Not. Okay, there's just no way that change was important. I know this stuff can be pretty subtle, but come on. She has to be messing with me at this point. With my new powers, I feel like I'm the ultimate prankster, but to be honest, I'm having a hard time figuring out who is pranking who here exactly. It's me, isn't it? I'm the one getting owned, aren't I? Owned by a crazy blind girl trolling me through time with notes written in her blood moments before she died. But it's also kind of trolling herself too? Damn, dealing with a true professional here. Alright, enough of this asinine horseplay. Let's see what the Scars for Stupidity has in store for me next. Justice! Should we even go through this if it's just old stuff anyways?
It's old stuff. Oh.
Huh. Yeah, yeesh. What a gruesome scene. I wonder which troll this was. She looks really cute. Sad she died. Let's see. What did you want me to do here? I'm all out of stuffed dragons, so I don't think anyone will be cracking this case anytime soon. So I guess the clown guy did this? I'm laughing my ass off. Looks like he left all this bullshit littered around the body to frame Vriska. Did Terezi actually fall for this? Okay, this one's easy enough. There. You're welcome, Terezi. Keep up with the good work of solving dumb crimes. Whoops, here you come. Gotta go. This is new, I think.
Yep.
Spider troll.
You are correct. The spider is one of all.
You just had to take her down then?
I guess so.
You don't sound that psyched about it.
Well, I'm talking to you about it instead of actually doing it, aren't... Huh?
What?
It was Gamzee, you idiot. Over. Hey, Dreszy, when you told me to say you don't need him, did you mean Carcat or Dave? Maybe you shouldn't date Dave either. The way you and he described it sounds like it got weird. I don't know, just offering some friendly dating advice. Man, this caper we're doing is so crazy. Anyways, later!
Damn.
Huh?
Terezi? Hello? What the fuck is going on there?
Honk!
Terezi, exit door.
The door is locked. It's also old. Honk.
Damn. The stare down continues.
Grab a horn. You would know what to do.
Honk the horn. Honk.
There, I honked the stupid horn. One more to go. Tracy, are we getting to the point anytime soon? I'm getting tired of all this meaningless prankstery bullshit. I would like to be able to say we at least tried to change something important here. I would not have to go back to Roxy and say sorry. Your mom has to stay dead forever because Terezi decided to play some funny jokes on me for no reason and also fix her romance problems. It'd be nice to do something that would actually be significant enough to, you know, prevent that from happening. Huh?
Oh! Oof! Kerthump!
Ha ha.
Christ. You know what? Lamau.
Oof.
Whoops. This is some very cutesy bullshit. What the fuck?
I don't even feel like putting voice to this. You guys, hee hee ha 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 ha, roll 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 roll.
They're going to fuck. They're going to fuck before they die.
It's like it's just lines and lines of ha 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 ha.
Yay.
Ha ha. Ha.
Gay.
Kid. Lesbians.
Lesbians was a very good ship while it lasted.
I just don't think there's any way we could have put honest justice to any of that, so not gonna bother.
I knew that I was her only hope for resurrection, because perhaps my cybernetic intelligence was not as flawless as I believed. In my haste to revive her, I neglected to let them know I was the only chance she had. If they understood the nature of my powers, they may have tempered their aggression. And if I wasn't so hurried to use those powers, I may not have let my guard down. Alas, I did let my guard down, and with it my queen. But more importantly, my friend, who surely stayed dead. Poor Roxy. Do you suppose we should be expecting her ghost to join us too? Though I admit, part of me feels guilty hoping she will join us in death. I do not know, but guilt notwithstanding, I truly hope to see her again. Killing a dear friend while in a complicated or compromised state of mind, it's frightening to imagine having to live with that for eternity. I'd be miserable if I never had the opportunity to make amends.
It's sad she died, but then isn't it kind of sad we all died? Personally, I'm really hoping she shows up. Jane, why don't you prepare a troll stone for her as a gesture of reconciliation? It's the least you can do.
Why, yes. I do believe I can make that sacrifice for the good of our friendship. Huzzah!
So, getting back to the story, I take it from what you said about letting your guard down. You believe this is how you died?
I'm almost certain of it. I can remember nothing beyond that moment. And if one of your friends managed to get the better of me, I have no doubt my death would have been just considering the trouble I caused.
Yeah, likewise.
Do you remember who it was that killed you? Not to hound you for details, but trivia like this tends to be historically important. Plus, I would like to draw this scene. I'm sorry, my memory of the incident overall is quite vague, but it wouldn't surprise me if the one who dealt my fatal blow was the leader of the raid. This was the unanticipated factor. Their leader was someone who was not expected to show up with them at all. The presence of this lone interloper was enough to discombobulate a scheme millions of years in the making. This hero occupied a blind spot as much to the Condesse as to my present recollection. But of this much I am sure. The hero was bold, wily, the sort of firebrand personality they needed to take such a stand. An intrepid soul who was not about to take the verdict of paradox space lying down. You see, Callie, your historical documents make no mention of the leader of the raid, because originally the curtains closed early on this plucky customer. But the hero was written back into our story by some inscrutable gambit of circumstance which we may never fully understand. And with that flourish of revisionism, the tide of luck turned on a shiny new dime. All bets were off. The tilt between the friendly and felonious was a true horse race again, a real barn burner in the brewing. Yes, there'd still be hell to pay after Jade and I made our exit, sure as sugar cubes. There'd be ashes to sift, wounds to mend, falling to mourn. Not being privy to the aftermath, I can only surmise as well as the next gumshoe. But with respect to the fate of our comrades, of this much I am convinced. When the curtains finally closed this time, their leader would make sure everyone was standing on the right side of them. That is to say, the side any interested onlookers would be able to witness.
Jeez. You're really good at telling stories, Jane.
Yes, I'd no idea you had this much talent. How sneaky of you to hide such a gift from me all this time.
Here, 5 stars. Would listen again.
Oh, shucks, you guys.
Jane's horns are a fucking fork and spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got a problem? Is there a problem with that?
Fucking Betty Crocker ass.
It's very silly, but
Wow. Not sure what to expect from this one. Alright, here goes.
Flip.
Flip! Knock her out! You can't let me kill her!
Talk. What sort of story could this be with our knight and sea? Rude.
No, Trizzy! Don't do it!
John?
Egbert punch!
What are you doing here?
No! John, no! God, you fucking moron! You were supposed to hit Terezi.
No.
No.
No, he did who he was asked.
I guess technically her could mean her as well. John, what have you done? Woo, that was close. Why are you here? How are you here? It's a long story, Trezzy. Don't worry about it. The important thing here is we did it. Everything's going to be okay now. Did what? I'm not sure actually. Oh my fucking god! Well, I just clobbered Vriska and knocked her out, like you said. Jeez, hope I didn't punch too hard.
Well, knockout is kind of hard. So
Wow, she's really down for the count, isn't she? I got a lot of extra punching practice from my fight with the Skull Jerk. Maybe I gained a bit too much man grid for my own good. What are you talking about? Do you have any idea what you've just done? Yes, I randomly appeared and knocked Vriska out cold, just like the scarf told me to. What scarf? This one? You weren't supposed to do this! I was supposed to kill her! You just doomed this all! No, I mean, yeah, I was supposed to go this way originally, but now it doesn't have to, because, like, weird retcon magic, and also your crazy mind scheme. Mind schemes?! Yes, well, you from years in the future, just before you died, I got help from your older, possibly wiser self. You helped me come back here using the mysteries of the mind. I see, but that doesn't answer for the important question of all. What? Why are you such a dork? Shut up! Let me see that scarf! No! Yes, give it here! No, quit it! You fucked up with the alpha timeline and just want answers! Hey, I had to jump through a lot of your lame prankstery hoops to get here. Plus, I saved Vriska for your backstabbing ways, so you don't need to do that. Do that for whatever stupid reason you were going to? How about a little gratitude? Just tell me what the scarf says! I just need to know what I said! Look, all it says is a list of bloody passwords and instructions, most of which are just dumb pranks. Pranks!
No.
Yeah,
calmer.
Pranks?
She's more curious here. Like, she was angry about messing with the timeline, but now she's just like, I give me that thing. I need to see what.
Give it. Pranks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Why would I send you back in time to play pranks? Because you're a weirdo. Screw you! Wait, so you actually were the ones who stole my dragon and wrote those notes? Yeah? Why? I don't know. You told me to. Hardly to prevent you from fucking up your life. And you're sure you didn't make a doomed timeline here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This is like a fresh start from this point on. Give me the scarf! No, stop badgering me about the damn scarf. It's mine, though. It has my blood on it. No, it belonged to my dear departed friend. Her name was Future Terezi. You bastard! Look, it doesn't even say anything else. I already did everything. Wait. What? Okay, there is one last thing I have to do. What? It says I have to give you my wallet. What? But I don't actually have my wallet? You don't? No, I lost years ago. I think I gave it to... Damn, who was it? Liv Tyler the bunny? Or was it that short chest dude? Shit! Why would I tell you to give me your wallet if you don't have it? I guess you didn't realize I lost it? Hell, even I can't remember what items we still have half the time. Terezi, just between you, me, the unconscious Vriska, and that dumb clown there, this adventure has been one huge mess. What could even be so important about you? What could even be so important about giving me your wallet? Actually, it says give her your wallet. Did her mean you or Vriska? Huh? I guess it's a moot point since I don't have it. Let's just call it one small flaw in your otherwise mostly stupid plan and get on with our lives. It's not my plan! It is. Yes, it is. Or was. I mean, will be. Or won't be anymore now that we changed stuff. Shut up! Maybe if you could tell me why we need the wallet, we could probably make other plans to compensate? I don't know. Maybe you need to capture something really big? Like what? I don't know. It's just some vague crap you wrote on a scarf.
John?
Oh, fuck.
How in the contemptible name of my permanently hate-soiled jerk-off trousers can you possibly be here?
No, I'm not doing this. I'm not explaining the retcon shit again.
What shit? What the fuck happened to Vriska? Is that Gamzee tied on the floor there? With a horn shoved in his mouth? Terezi, why is Gamzee tied up on the floor? I was so worried about you. I had thought he had gotten to you for sure.
That is so sweet of you, Carcat. There's no need to worry. I cracked the case. With investigation skills like mine, it was inevitable.
Lamau.
Okay? It would have been nice if somebody told me what sort of preposterous shit was taking place up here. What happened to Vriska? Why is she passed out on the fucking floor?
Because I punched her in the face.
What?
You heard me.
Okay, John, listen. First of all, shut your fucking mouth! I don't even know where to begin addressing the globe-numbing absurdity of your sudden presence on this meteor. Let's just awkwardly strafe along the perimeter of that humongous, stink-belching trunk beast in the room and let the violently uninhibited nerd grilling commence. Why did you punch Vriska in the face? I mean, not that I necessarily blame you, but still.
Carcat, take it easy. Here, read this.
What the fuck is this?
It's all on the scarf, buddy. It's all on the scarf.
Get this nasty fucking rag out of my proximity.
Hey, that's mine!
Oh man, this is turning into a stupid circus. Shh! I should really get out of here. The timeline is always bone enough as it is without me hanging around.
What? You're leaving already?
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much if I'm here. We've already changed history, like, almost completely? That was kind of the point. Vriska's not dead anymore, which means... Wait, what does that actually mean?
What the fuck are you talking about? What's this shit about Vriska being dead? Can someone explain this to me?
Vriska's dead?
No! She's asleep on the floor over there, that's what I'm saying!
So, this means I'll never be able to get the life ring from Tavros, but I already have the ring, so I guess it doesn't matter?
Who's talking?
Wait, does this really mean Vriska's ghost stopped existing, or is her ghost just going to keep existing in the dream bubbles because of reasons? Carcat, what is he doing here?
Wow, great question. Why don't you take a fucking number and get in line for that one? I've already got mine. It's the first number there is. An angry, trembling digit, towering and erect, pointing directly at the trash-faced kingpin of inexplicable horseshit himself. God!
And if I never ended up meeting her ghost, I guess I've never stuck my hand in a house thing to get the retcon powers in the first place, so how... God damn it.
Her ghost? He's talking about ghosts, everybody! Everybody listen! He'll surely explain everything any second now! This should be great! Can someone please tell me who is talking? Shh! Solix, pipe down! He's about to spill the fart niblets, I can feel it!
I love Carcat. I love you so much. Pat. Okay, guys, really, I messed up with your timeline enough as it is. Sorry for clocking you, Vriska. If you can hear me in your dreams, you probably can't. But hey, I guess that means I get to meet you alive soon instead of a ghost you. So, that's neat.
Egbert, don't you dare fuck off!
Please tell her I'm sorry for punching her in the face. But also, she's welcome for saving her life? I'll see you guys later. In 3 years to be precise.
What? No, don't! You stay the hell put! Do you hear me, you ugly PJ-packing, flap-sniffing shit infant?
Bye, dude!
Anger. Anger.
She looks so traumatized.
I suddenly don't understand anything, and am currently casting sincere doubt on the laughable insinuation that I or anybody else ever actually did for even a single moment.
Kanaya, don't be such a damn noob. The explanation for all the stuff I just heard is so obvious.
What is the explanation?
Mother. Fucking. shenanigans.
So he puts his fucking glasses on over Fairy's goggles.
I love him. That's so fucking dumb.
You know, I sometimes like it when pages don't have any text.
Yeah.
Man, that's bright.
I remember now.
Remember what?
I remember what happened to us. Jane's story helped jog my memory of my final moments. She's right. When I went to hijack the meteor, there was someone there I didn't expect to see.
Who was it?
I think Jane covered the who pretty well with her colorful description already. What's more interesting is, it made me realize I've been wrong all along.
Wrong about what, Jade?
You were never dead at all. We were never dead at all. We've been asleep. Gasp!
Putting that on pause for now. Damn.
S. Act 6, Act 6, Act 5.
A6, A6, A5. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! The shitty MS part pain has come back. No.
Are you ready, Susie?
Here we go. So nice of you to join me. I should have gotten water. Homestuck song. I'm gonna go get some tap water real quick.
Sure.
Just give me like 15 seconds.
I might as well get a little bit of drink too. We're just gonna wait for him.
It'll take me a little bit longer because
I'm sorry, I could have been entertaining y'all, but my mouth is full of Cheez-Its.
I am back with Agua. Hello?
Lulu's gone to do something.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm back.
So nice of you to join me. To join me for
My masterpiece. The fruits of my artistic toils are finally at hand. You're welcome in advance for the narrative majesty you're about to witness. It costs literally millions of cal coins to produce, as well as most of my attention span for any further creative endeavors. But you will probably agree, tearfully, that it is worth all this expense, and more, to see my tiny actors of living putty dance. Get ready to be dazzled. Get ready to get dazzled as I fucking destroy the transcendental boundaries of unconventional media. That Juju chest shouldn't be moving. Sorry, I bumped it. Let us begin. The tale my masterpiece describes is basically a spoiler to the ending of things. It takes place in a future moment, long beyond we, you, or I have any business to be seeing what happens. But I found out and learned long beyond when we, you, or I have any business seeing what happens. But I found out and learned of this spoiler. I saw it once on one of my planet's many screens. The land of colors and the land of mayhem. It knows all and will show you, and it will show anything to any man who is willing to find the right key. And it turns out that just such a man is the man that is me. So I will show you what I saw. Not with the crude two-dimensional shapes from my computer pencil, but with the lavish 2+dimensional forms of my groundbreaking clay puppets. Behold, as I innovate objects of artistic expression, which you trashy fuckmunches never thought to pioneer before in a million years. Here's a shot of me bowing in advance for being great. Ah, yes. Movie magic at its best. I will tell you what I saw on the screen. Got a little muscle man-y there for a moment. Believe me when I say that it happened precisely as I show you here, shot for shot. This takes place after I get the magic rainbow eyes, and yet still before I am a huge and wear a dapper trench coat for winners. But as you can see, at this point in my rise to dominant invincibility, I'm feeling pretty chuffed about myself. My power is sick, and my special eyeballs are gnarly as can be. I would tell you I can hardly wait to be this cool, but as you know, I am a man of patience and aplomb. Also, look closely. I've got my juju chest there, which I will win as some choice booty from victoriously slaughtering my denizen, King Yaldabaoth. Inside is a mighty weapon, which will come into play a little later.
Yaldabaoth.
In my theater of wobbling puppet drama. It's like they say about the theater. If you see a juju in Act 1, then the juju will probably be used right away in Act 1 to make everything more exciting and as soon as possible. Which, I should also mention, one more banner piece of swag in my position. I'm not sure how I came about this. I'm not sure how I come about this later. Much like clockwork lasers and primo fashion jacket, it's a ring that found its way to me somehow. A golden ring of void. It becomes mine one day. The most beautiful thing I never knew I always wanted, and yet somehow preemptively coveted. It lets me stay close to the darkness, to vanish and appear again in places I have no business fucking with. Full of plump and meaty people, alive and living, who one day will plead with the gods, begging them to curse my name. Here I am, lording it over my minions. The classic honk friend, my rabbit pal for life, and my floppy puppet buddy. I'm bossing them around, being the shit, as always. Whatever. When suddenly... 8 assholes snuck up in their goofy pajamas appear out of nowhere for some wrestling royale. Truly, they all steal a ride with the wind pricks and snappy ghost magic to catch me unawares. It worked! Judging from my skull expression, I was really, really surprised. But then... my skull turns giddy and sinister, because I know in my heart that they are about to get owned. They are all frisky and ready to fight. I can tell they're all psyched about this, like they've been planning it and biding their time, and now they think they're strong enough to overtake me. If only because of the surprisingness of their ambush. And maybe they are even right. Maybe they could beat me. They have a lot of fighting levels and magic boons now, just like me. But see, I don't even give them the chance. Like I said, I have a superior weapon. And I see no reason not to use it right away. What would be a fucking point in holding out? Suspense? Bullshit. I pulled out the big guns nigh instantaneously because I think like a great winner. But most things that are good, the thing has limitations and rules and stuff. Scroll. All jujus have rules. The cooler the juju, the trickier the rules. For one thing, this weapon can only be used against 4 guys at a time, because its shape has, like, 4 slots or something. So I chose my targets carefully. I select 4 of these jokers who I deemed the greatest threat to me. The blue Philistine with the belligerent fists, of course, so he can't own me again, with hurtful insults to my heart. And also the alpha male in his smooth ways, say goodbye to him too. I couldn't risk messing with his sword. Which I understand to be the only thing in reality that poisoned my invincibility, because of an illegal ingredient, a white round circle of total knowledge. Oh, how I targeted their corresponding females as well, because why not? The dog one is a nightmare of powers, and the orange one pairs me with a dictionary blither. Good riddance to bad teens. And just like that, they were gone. Their souls were trapped in my juju. Forever. This solves one problem for me, but starts another. The juju, when its shapes are filled, changes in nature. It stops being a weapon I can use ever again. It's weird and a bit lame, but you can't be too picky about awesome jujus. You just have to take the bad with the good. Once I used it, it became mysteriously intangible.
Right.
Like a hole, a gap in the teeth of my story that now exists as a dangerous liability to me personally. It can only ever be used as a weapon from now on, such as what Yolo Baroth, the great lewd snake, will tell me about the juju when we meet. So after using it, it makes me nervous. So in the blink of an eye, I dropped it back in the chest and banished it away where no one would find it, deep in the bowels of the furthest ring, using my ring-based communion with the void. Poof! Good luck digging that one up, haters. It is never going to happen. With the first four banished, the team of heroes was cut in half to be much easier for me to devastate. A smutty swordsman, an underpants wimp, and 2 flippant bimbos. I would call it a cakewalk. But when you're this cocky and brash, you don't walk, you strut. No matter what kind of dessert you find under your feet. I should also relevantly mention I am still in possession of the swordsman's juju, his floppy friend of childhood, the one which I recognize to be an empty husk. He demands from me that he wants it back, presumably for emotional support. I can in no way blame him. Keep an eye on this one, the foreshadowing of him. It is pretty important for later. Now is when the pummeling begins. The fracas is loud and large. Power levels are off the charts. You can't even follow what's happening with your eyes. I'm mostly toying with them, though. It's all too easy for an ascended lord. I have a platter of knuckle sandwiches to go around, plus other human food products you're familiar with, but also involving knuckles to make the punching metaphor work. There is more than enough to satisfy every hungry fist devourer. Fist devourer. I think works better.
Deserver.
And I know you're thinking that I have a reputation for having a problem of unfair cruelty that goes to silly ladies more than great gentlemen. To which I take great offense. But still, let it be unconditionally accepted that I am a fair man who listens to criticism and works ever and always to improve my masterful craft and my tremendous decency. So, I have committed through a pledge of personal beautification to try doing less misogyny and start doing more prosody. In fact,
Just prosogyny.
Prosogyny. In fact, I fucking love sogyny. And I will fight anyone who disagrees from that. Henceforth, look, all bodily terrorism is being dealt with in a precisely equal and...
I'm losing my voice.
is being dealt in a precisely equal and respectful way, both to feeble hoe and tip-top gent alike. I am ruining them, really.
Do you want to stop?
Molest it. It's not a contest. They are a bunch of pitiful emotion children, and I am a premier invincible titan of roughhouse brutality. It's too easy. Speedo Boy is down for the count because I slapped him gingerly. The masked floozy is looking a bit woozy. The cake maid took one drub too many and has to lie down for This leaves me mano a mano against the anime prince and his nonsense trousers. Here's a pretty good fight between us. Because he's strong and I admire that. Why shouldn't I let a battle happen for longer when two dudes are involved, strutting their stuff?
Tough dudes.
When two tough dudes are involved, strutting their stuff. But in the end, his sharp glasses and sword machismo weren't enough. I got the supreme drop on his powerful body with my wrestling moves. The overconfidence was my Achilles' downfall, though. I made, admittedly, the amateur's boner. I turned my back on the body. The crybaby in yellow panties got upset with me. That I was wailing so excellently on his increasingly battered pretty boy ninja stud. And by upset, I mean he threw a fully fledged tantrum of pure hope. The hope, my god. It was blinding. Beautiful, even. Okay, the cotton isn't doing it justice. Okay, yeah, maybe that just looks stupid. You know, you try things, and sometimes it's shit. Let's call this my one and only fuck up in history. Well, my second, maybe. Second only to underestimating the sad sack of wuss of hope. Who knew that such a simpering charlatan had such an outburst stored in his girly bosom? Clearly not I. Even though I had the information well in advance. It was just that surprising. It seems that hope power is overwhelming. Even to the clockwork man junk. It looked like I thought I could use my rainbow seizure field to overpower his massive gay hope bubble. I can't go any further. My throat's fucked.
Alas, it was my perfectly justified hubris which bit me in the ass, in the end. Even though I'm sure I must have known this outcome was going to happen, it can still be worth it to get owned if it means anything, or me having a lot of self-esteemed hubris about yourself. And so, the English boy deals me my first defeat ever, since ascending as an invincible Technicolor Time Kid. I get dunked as fuck. And land square on my bottom. I remain prone for several minutes, staring at the ceiling, blinking a bit, wondering where things went wrong in life, how I, the Lord of Time, could experience such woeful ownage. There is no bodily harm, of course, except to my incredible ego, which is a fate worse than getting broken bones. So I just lie there, thinking sadly, achieving some depression. I'm sure at this point I turn to thoughts of respect. Respect for the pansied ass, pretty-legged page, and his maybe accidental prowess. I misestimated him, and admiration happens in my breast. Maybe I'll jack his swagger too, as he once did mine. Maybe after a lifetime of utterly deserved humiliation, sobbing, and spontaneous urination, he's earned that much. The clue here is that I steal his name. God, you thick, stupid fucks. Why do I bother with subtexts or fine literary nuance? God, fuck. God, I take his name later. English, that's me later. That's my name. You stupid brainless fucks. Holy shit, you're dumb as bozos come. God. Meanwhile, Strider regroups from his trouncing and sees his chance to do away with me for good. He knows by now that he can't kill me, but can do his next best thing, which is to banish my soul. He's hurt bad, and is slow to use his pink soul-killing spell. This gives me a time to rebound from my shameful-ass whooping too, and pull my sorry butt out of the own zone. So I get up, and I nearly get the drop on him before he releases his spell. But then, what's this? There's a commotion. The haunting sound of neighs, except they're robot neighs. That is when the horses come into play. The goddamn horses. How truly and utterly ironic that my very demise could be in the proximity of some horses. What? No, really, what? I didn't follow that. I'm still not following it, to be honest. I'll have to think it over. I'm thinking it over right now, and I have a feeling. I'll be thinking it over for the rest of my life. Perhaps we all will. Wait, they should be robots. Hold on while I paint the horses to look like metal horses. Damn, the work of a craftsman is never done. So basically, I don't know what the fuck is going on, so I'm really distracted. I'm saying to myself, this is ominous as shit. Nothing good can either follow or precede an event such as this. And then, that's when it happens. The sweaty, muscular ghost appears out of nowhere. I have no idea who he is or where he came from. Judging from the face of the guys, they don't either. Nobody sees this coming. It is a total ambuscade, and my skeleton jaw is dropped as shit. He pins me in place with his ripped muscles, and I'm completely immobilized. Partly because of the strength, but also due to my awe and admiration. I just can't move. This gives Dirk just the time he needs to do his flamboyant pink spell. It owns me completely, but sadly to Dirk maybe, it also owns the muscle hero. Both of our souls are consumed by the enchantment. I think he thought he could destroy my soul. But he bit off more than his fleshy skull could chew, so he used his irony again, and stuck my soul in his juju. Exactly the way I stuck his buddies in my juju. The one I got from Yodelbooger. It's like poetic justice, I guessed, except puppetry instead of poetry. So pathetic justice. Oh yes, I like that. The muscle ghost came along for the ride, and I guess his soul got trapped in there too. I have no idea what that means. Honestly, it is disturbing as hell, and I'd prefer not to dwell on its greater ramifications to my long-term existence. Maybe it's good. Or maybe it's dumb. Maybe it's good and dumb. Or smart and bad. There are so many words things can be when you're confused. At this point, his beloved Juju is no longer a hollow vessel. It is very much crowded in there, chock full of souls, belonging to hardcore brawling brutes, and he knows it. His puppet is now a problem to do away with, just like my Juju was. So they do the same basic thing. They get their drunkard sorceress to banish the puppet once and for all into the darkness, never to be found by probing hands of meat. Yes, never to be found. But not never to resurface. Oh no. You see, my soul is a tenacious one. I know this fact firsthand because it has been inside my brain all my life. It's a real motherfucker, I'll tell you that much. The puppet's essence will flop and flutter through the shadows of eternity, resurfacing in the nightmares of the unsuspecting, weaseling its way into the hearts of yucky, shitty children. And when its infiltration in that universe has taken hold, the seed will have been planted, and it will pave the way for my emergence, to wreak my badness, from universe to universe to universe. Each one will fall, and each time I will get stronger, and older, and bigger, and buffer. Oh yes, it will be time. It will be time indeed for me to get ripped. And now, if you will excuse me, I must put down the toys and ways of a child and confront the big things of becoming a huge man by dueling the supreme beast of my legend land, his serpentine eminence, Yogurt Boner himself. I'm about to go fight him now, so this is the last time you will ever hear my excellent voice. I will duel and crush my slithering sexual snake boss to finish what I started when I stepped my metal foot into this children's farce. I will do that because I want to, and when that is said and done, you will see me at the peak of a mountain of trophies, resting on my throne of prizes. I want to get to tell you that I did what I wanted to do. So if you remember just one thing I say, of so many great things said by me, then please remember this. I wanted to play a game.
MSPA reader. mental breakdown. Hey, it's us. The reader.
I can't believe it. Finally.
Where's our hoodie?
That is also a question I have.
Confirmed.
There's no way that this isn't getting claimed later,
I know, because it's from Saw.
but it needs to be here.
Oh, thank God. Carcat?
It's not like I actually don't monetize these, I don't think.
Anyways,
To be quite
Act
honest,
6,
I'm not
Act
sure how you
6, Act 5.
could.
Oh, it's Friska.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, Moonsetter. I love Moonsetter.
Yo!
Yo.
Aww.
He still has a gag in him.
There are people who are kind of upset about some of this, though.
Why?
I'll explain after the show.
Huh.
Oh.
Like after we stop streaming?
Penis. Step on the balls, Carcat. Oh, they made up!
Yay! Oh, that's also gay.
And that's just as gay, but in another way.
They're having fun.
Oh, she prevented the alcoholism. Wait, what?
Alcohol. Mechanical ponies.
Oh, hey.
And mechanical apples for the mechanical ponies.
Oh, it's the alternate.
Foreshadowing. Cough.
Just Tavros.
Only Tavros. Yeah, that's fair.
I guess I'll do it since Susie's muted. Is it time yet?
No.
How dare
Oh.
you?
You were muted! You want to take it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. How about now?
No! Dave, we've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Long enough for me to have picked up the habit of calling them years instead of the far more sensible unit of measurement, sweeps. I think you should be able to survive just a little longer.
I still don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's just supposed to, like, appear?
That's my understanding, yes.
You mean here? On this frog circle thing?
I don't know. Somewhere in this session. At which point, if he has any brain at all, he'll seek us out.
So Jade came on a gold ship through a tiny window, apparently, but John wasn't on it?
Well, his corpse was somewhere. But that John doesn't matter anymore. Kind of like how there's a bird version of you out there, now presumed dead, who also didn't matter. The real John and the other Lalonde girl will spontaneously appear from a different reality. I determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving in this session. Sorry to steal all the timey thunder from the great Knight of Time, end quote. But someone had to take the initiative and go on a fact-finding mission.
No, it's cool. You can have that thunder if you want it.
When exactly did was this supposed to happen? Soon. And she's unhurt. Will she remember our brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalonde girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interacted at all in her timeline. I don't know the full extent of John's alt-reality experiences either, but apparently things went raw for them in about as many ways as you can imagine. Presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's shit in order.
Damn.
Oh, snap! But yeah, I agree with the sentiment largely. You being more competent than most people in general, Vriska.
Thanks, Tavros.
Hey, look. I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore, and that I don't really know what's going on most of the time, and therefore I'm forced to take any bullshit that happens with a grain of snack mineral big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much trouble, Vriska, maybe you could take a moment to explain why Tavros is now a sprite? And Equius too? And also, why Equius is wearing a new pair of moronic-looking sunglasses? Thanks in advance! Sorry if you're having trouble keeping up with the times, Carcat. I didn't explain it because I thought the nature of the development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing any confusion. What about you, Kanaya? Did you think it was fairly self-evident?
I thought it was fairly self-evident.
Yeah, see?
You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3-year-old cadavers of 2 of her deceased friends.
No, I got that. I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter their session? Yes, they did, months ago from the current frame of reference. But this is a void session, Carcat. I thought we talked about this? Eh? A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the game with the kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes totally dysfunctional. It can't bear fruit because there's no battlefield in Skya, unless you go to the trouble of putting one there, of course, which the Comtesse has already done for us via Grimbark Jade, prior to our arrival. Quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point, though. The bottom line is, this session comes courtesy with 4 unprototyped kernels waiting to be put to use. So, not being one to let a sweet perk go to waste, I took the initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. Really, this is some basic stuff, and I'm sure we went over it at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, don't you remember when I walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal. When I looked away for a moment, you and Dave wrested the tome away, began scribbling phalluses in it, while giggling like children. Maybe? I guess that rings a dong shouter.
What? Dude, Lamau.
What? Shut up. Look, a lot has happened in 3 years. We've all been through stuff. Am I really expected to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light bores? Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our fucking acumen. Between your nerdish obsession over the knowledge granted by our aspect and my unprecedented ability to weaponize said knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, we are double-handedly saving the asses of everyone on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates this categorical certainty.
Hey, I appreciate that categorical certainty.
Whom do you think I was referring to?
Wow. Okay, what the fuck ever to that vainglorious load of crap? I'm still spouting off here, I think. That's fine, Carcat. Take all the time you need to collect yourself and continue frothing at the mouth whenever you're ready. Okay, I figured out some stuff I'm still either pissed off and or confused about. You say there are 4 kernels here. You know, we did lose more than 2 friends on that meteor, which reminds me, I guess I should say, hi Tavros and Equius again. Nice to see you guys back with us, sort of. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion, since along the way here, we ran into about 10 different versions of your stupid ghosts. It kind of lets a little air out of the poignancy balloon, sorry.
Hey, buddy.
Don't wink at me.
Greetings, old friend. Not to worry, I have stored enough poignancy in my heaving balloon-like pectorals for the both of us. Though I should clarify that approximately half of my personality couldn't give the faintest fidgeting horse dump about you or your sentimental notions. Also, I am very busy here, so stop talking to me completely.
Oh man, classic.
Haha. Ha.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
And speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is, I guess it implies you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years? It's a bit fucked up, even for you. And not to get too macabre, but I would have thought that they would have rotted by now or something?
Yes, there was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for the journey, after quickly rounding up the bodies while people had their backs turned.
Well, shit! That's a hell of a mystery that I always thought was a mystery, but found it too disturbing to contemplate solving. But damn, if it didn't just get solved, so that's fucked up.
If you could stop being a wuss for a half a second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. These are the only 2 sprites I had any intention of using for resurrection purposes. I brought Tavros back because, let's face it, that was kind of my fault for unnecessarily impaling him with his own lance and all. It was my responsibility to make amends for that, so I did.
Yeah.
Tavros, don't interrupt.
Whoops.
Then I made Arqueus Sprite happen, because first of all, he's a national fucking treasure. Literally everything he says is perfect and hilarious, and if I hear a single word to the contrary from the peanut gallery, the motherfucker with a beef rockets to top off, the motherfucker with a beef rockets to the top of my shit list, so please, I enthusiastically invite one of you no-taste mouth breathers to talk shit about the A-man. Make my day.
Riss, yo, nobody's arguing with you on that. Everybody here already thinks he's pretty cool.
Huh.
Like, he's just enough freak show steps removed from being my bro. I guess enough to make me not feel like...
Dave, don't interrupt either. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me when I'm talking up Arqueus Sprite. That's the rule.
Owned. Wow, owned.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Second, the guy is a fucking tactical genius. Totally conniving and calculating, and unafraid to use methods that are just a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives. And since I can't stick around for too long, your party is going to need someone like that. Besides, it seems like a really fitting fate for Arqueus. He genuinely seems to be more comfortable with this state of existence, and seems a lot happier than I remember him being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him a solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew my arm off. So now we're square.
You mean triangular?
What?
Triangular.
I don't.
It's the shape of my clop-damned glasses.
Oh. Oh! See what I mean, guys? He's a fucking riot.
Agreed. Thank you for the strong endorsement. Low blood / person I have never heard of and don't care about. I'll be finished my work here momentarily.
There should be a
Excuse me, Mr. Arqueus? What exactly are you, doing to her?
I'm disabling her tiara top. It is extremely delicate work, not to be trusted to human hooves.
Yes. So I've decided it's imperative to reclaim Crocker from the Condesce before she can wake up and cause more trouble. Her powers will be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead. If you can keep her out of harm's way, in addition to providing her general purpose restorative capabilities, she also represents one extra life for everybody. And since heroic deaths could be getting handed out like inexpensive tobacco flutes pretty soon, I'm guessing this boon is gonna come in handy.
So, what about our other dead friends?
Huh?
You know, Nepeta, Eridan.
Oh, right. Them. I was getting to that.
Oh, okay. I know we talked a lot of strategy in advance, Vriska. I really don't remember me mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up. Not to make a bad pun, or on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed.
Yeah, sorry. I had a lot of logistics buzzing around in my brain. It's hard to keep you apprised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough and transparent about my motives as I can from now on. Okay, Pyrope?
Okay.
So after prototyping Tavros and Arqueus, that leaves 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2 empty kernels. Obviously, this represents quite a dilemma. Well, okay, technically 3.5 friends, whatever the fuck that means. Nepeta, Feferi, Eridan, and Solix's dead body, with his half-ghost floating out there with Aradia. I know that caveat sounds stupid as hell, but let's not get hung up on it. The fact is, we've got 4 corpses, but only 2 slots remaining. And there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same sprite with a pair of freaks resigned to an existential hell worse than death. Except in Arqueus Sprite's case, since those 2 nut jobs mesh with each other's personalities so phenomenally.
I must compliment the exquisite judgment you've shown in this matter. If I may suggest, nay, perhaps command. You should prototype the 2 royal bloods and be done with it. They deserve it.
No! Arqueus, your reservation is noted, but the hemispectrum is bullshit. It's not going to factor into this decision.
I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care. As you were.
So, considering there are 4 left, and I can't personally say that any is more deserving of life than the others, I intend to let them all rest in peace. That is my ruling, and I'm inclined to call it final. They can live out the rest of their altar lives in the dream bubbles, which still need to be saved from Lord English, lest we forget. But of greater importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as a resurrection backup, in case 1 or 2 of you jokers dies in the line of duty once too often. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking this all through so well in advance.
Okay, that's a good reason to have spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on dead friends is totally airtight, or that you have the authority to make a final ruling.
Come on, Terezi. I'm not saying I'm an authority on mortality here. I only said my ruling was final because my logic was so impeccable. It was kind of like a figure of speech.
Yeah, right. Let's think of it a little more. Solix's half-ghost is perfectly happy out there with Veradia. We've seen him and confirmed it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him. And Eridan, he murdered Feferi and tried to kill Kanaya and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in the running. But Nepeta and Feferi, what did they ever do to anybody?
Yes, this is my point exactly. I don't want to be the arbiter of Eridan's value as a person because of the mistakes he's made, or Feferi's, or Nepeta's, or Solix's, or anybody's. The only reason I chose these 2 over others is on account of taking responsibility for some nasty shit I personally did. Plus, also some tactical considerations for the greater good, but that's different. I would think you, of all people, would be on the same page as me when it comes to taking responsibility for our own actions, while in the same stride, not judging other people for their misdeeds too harshly. But if you feel comfortable continuing to crown yourself as the Queen of Justice, then be my guest.
Oh, give me a break. I think we both know that the justice issue here is pretty cut and dried. Solix wants to be where he is. Eridan is a murderous deuce. The girls are innocent. I say we bring them back.
Terezi, please, let's not bicker in front of the party. We need to be showing solidarity here.
We do?
Yes, we're equally important to the party as its overarching executives. The ones with the most experience in the department of guile and ruthlessness. I may project my voice louder than you and borrow the spotlight for a little longer, but you were always the soul of Team Scourge. I couldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to.
Yeah, okay. You're right. I'm behind you all the way. I tried to... Aww.
Yeah.
You mean like that?
Yeah.
Aww. Yeah, okay. You're right. I'm behind you all the way.
I stated my case, but if you really want to revive them, that's fine with me. I've got the torso parts with me right here, so feel free to round them up and prototype them anytime.
You do? Where?
In the hunger trunk. I've stashed all the spare remains there to keep them fresh, along with our final living party member.
Huh? Oh. Oh. Well, yeah, I think I'll revive them a little later. Yeah, later.
Suit yourself.
So, am I inferring correctly from some shit I just heard, or that
Inferring what?
that Vriska is like the de facto team leader now? Or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know, I never understood the Scourge shit. You two have always been like this scheming, giggling enigma huddled together in a pea pod for hella self-tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on that meteor. Is this it?
Is what it?
The plan you were hatching all along. Is this like your big move? Your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader finally?
Oh, brother. Dave, no, this isn't a coup. It's just common sense, rearing its ugly head for a change.
Oh, got it.
Good.
Wait, no, don't got it.
Ah.
It sounds like you're just, like, being the leader now because you want to, and making all the plans because no one else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either. I just want to set the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this? Karkat. 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 Yo, Karkat.
What?
Oh my god. Dude, were you just not listening to any of that?
To what? What's happening? Or what? What's happening now?
Man, how long have you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a fuck about any of the shit Vriska is saying, so maybe I'm not one to talk at least. But at least I had the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm guilty. I zoned out of some circuit's self-important blither and was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay?
Dude, you don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Shoring up a little one-on-one time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What were you talking about?
It's private.
I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though.
We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and chose to remain discreet about it.
No, yeah, I know what that's all about. How when you talk to the mayor, and most of the time words aren't even necessary, he just, like, knows. Like, he just knows, you know? Man, the mayor is just so powerful. I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him.
No! That's fucking stupid. Just, what were you saying when I was spacing out just then?
Oh, nothing really. Just wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role. And if maybe you wanted to throw a vintage shit fit about it, or...
Oh! That's a good one, Dave! Wow! Me, leader? Too funny! I am entirely and singularly baffled that it could still even occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might still be playing any role, even within sniffing orbit of a leadership position of this ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of a leader-like nature without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leadery to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time? I have seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of all leadership duties was some fait accompli shit for some 3 solid years, and have since been enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I have been able to keep my blood pressure down and now resemble the living embodiment of peace and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing euphoria hobbled turdvana.
Okay, so vintage shit fit it is.
Karkat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role due to acknowledgement of your overwhelmingly merciful limitations. But, be that as it may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here, so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a long time. Somebody's gonna need to step up when I'm gone. Alright, Circuit. Then I'll make this a lot easier for you, and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as a leader of this group or any forever. Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more than suited for the role. And if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to fuck off for mysterious yet-to-be-explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined can slide right into that position, so long as it isn't me. Great, it's settled. I'm the leader. I gladly accept the baton you are going to such lengths to pass to me, Karkat. Honored, in fact. Not everyone is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction. But your melodramatic endorsement of my abilities is appreciated.
Excuse me, Miss Leader. Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise, but I was wondering when you were planning on getting to the actual strategy part of this meeting.
Glad you asked, Mariam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Remind me to give you a promotion.
A promotion to what?
Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke.
Fuck.
The answer is very soon. As soon as Egbert and Lalonde get here, which should be right about... Just give it another second or two.
Vriska.
Right...
Yo, can we maybe bust out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire? Can I take a look in the fridge?
There are no drinks in the fridge.
What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Oh. Yeah, never mind.
Shh, shh, shh. Shut the fuck up. They're here. Hi, John.
Whoa. Hi, everybody.
Wow. Wow, he's really here, isn't he?
Hey, John!
Wow.
Don't just mumble to yourself, you rude fuck. Say hello!
Oh, yeah. Hey, John. What's up?
Hey, Dave. Not much. Hi again, Carkhead. I only saw you like 5 minutes ago, but I guess that was like years ago for you? Dang. You've probably been through a whole lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have to answer that. There will be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everyone else, too. Oh, man. I miss y'all so much. Even the people I don't know very well. Or haven't met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Roxy. She's my new friend, and we just went on a crazy adventure together to save the timeline and come find you all. So, here we are.
Hi.
Lalonde to Lalonde communication. Lalonde to Lalonde conversation.
Dash doof.
That's good. I love that for them.
Daw. Oh, hey, Terezi.
Hello, Egbert.
Guess that plan worked out pretty well, huh? This session is in much better shape. Ooh, damn. This session is in much better shape than the last time I saw it. You really bailed us out.
You're welcome.
I mean, not that. You specifically had anything to do with it. You're much more the beneficiary of your future self's crafty schemes, as I was. So don't get too smug.
No, I'm pretty comfortable in being smug and taking credit for the future me's ideas. I've always been on excellent terms with my future self. She and I get along famously.
Psst. Whatever. Okay, whatever you say. Oh, that reminds me. I know the scarf agenda wasn't really your idea per se, but do you have any idea what all that stuff dragon shit was about? Did you, like, actually serve a purpose in timeline? Or are you just fucking with me?
I was almost certainly fucking with you.
Okay, wow. Great. Good to know. Thanks for that, Terezi. That was really awesome use of our time.
I'm glad we are in complete agreement.
Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Terezi, what stupid thing did you make John do?
I just sent him on a few totally indispensable mission-critical errands is all. No big deal.
Yeah, forget it. Long story short is, I got on. The end. By the way, good to see you again, Vriska.
Good to see you too, John.
It's cool that you're alive now instead of being a cunning ghost pirate. I think your, ways probably are more valuable to have here in the land of living. At least, I hope so?
I couldn't agree more. I never got a chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously, because I was unconscious. But thanks for that. I was being an idiot and deserved it. And as a bonus, it apparently saved my life? So, thanks. You're a real friend.
Don't mention it.
I have received quite a few beatings in my time, and not only did I have each one coming, but they all led to big changes for me on the road to becoming the impeccably evolved person I am now. So by that measure, It was probably the most critical smackdown of my entire life.
That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch in the face, just let me know. I'm your man. Rose!
Hi, John.
Hi, nice to see you alive and well again. Not to mention in the correct timeline.
Yes, you did it. I'm still a bit unclear on exactly what it was you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the hell out of it.
Yeah!
Thank you for returning with my Roxy. Thank you for returning with my Roxy is obviously the remark I meant to say, and is the statement of a reasonable person.
Of course. Really, it is good to see you. I give you a hello hug, but you seem kind of tied up at the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute. Hello, Jake, right?
Hi.
Oh, you want to go ahead?
Do you want to do it back and forth?
You can take it for now.
Yes.
You sent me a letter once, right? And a box full of weapons and a rabbit?
Oh, yeah. That was me.
Thanks for that. That was really cool. It made me really curious to meet you.
Right. Me too. I mean, curious to meet you, not me.
Okay, I'm taking it.
Alright then. Yeah,
You went somewhere.
I went somewhere. I tried. Do it. Go on.
I mean, oh god, fuck. Now thanks.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that was me.
Oh, thanks for that. That was cool. It made me really curious to meet you.
Right, me too.
Hmm.
I mean, curious to meet you, not me. Not the letter, I mean. That didn't make me... I mean, I was always curious to... Doggone it.
What?
Just... I had stuff I wanted to say when we met. There's so many people here, I don't... Sorry.
It's okay. I understand. I'm shy too. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me, man to man.
Oh, roger that.
Oh, hey, Tavros. Looks like, you're here too? Hell, definitely. But don't worry, I'm not very shy. Yeah, I know. So you can feel free to say as many things to me in a conversation as you want. That's, nice to know. Maybe later. Hi, Dave.
Hey, bro.
You're back and alive, all because of me.
I guess that's the thing we were all accepting as true, yeah.
It's okay, there's no need to thank me.
I mean, I wasn't going to, but not as a mean as a being an arbitrary dick to my number one childhood pal from the past. I have literally no first-hand cognizance of ever being in danger. I just fucked around on a meteor for a bunch of years, and here I am, and so are you, which I think is pretty dope.
It is very dope. Hey, Carcat, don't leave me hanging here.
What?
There's more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I left it hanging there just for you, but you're leaving me high and dry here, dude.
Carcat, holy shit, where are your manners? Leaving a fist on bump like that is a new low.
Oh my god. You didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist to say some things, and then re-offered your fist to me the moment you said don't leave me hanging. I saw you with my own eyes.
Carcat, well, that is really pedantic. And now you actually are leaving me hanging in order to explain your nonsense. I'm this close to revoking your bumping privileges.
God damn it. Here.
Bump.
Bump. Bump. Strider to the rescue. The fist bump has been secured.
Dave, no! Fuck! I wanted to do it of my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real.
Oh, it's real, buddy.
No! I'm gonna fist bump you later when I'm feeling it, but it's gonna be fucking natural. Mark my words.
We'll see, Carcat. We'll see.
Wrecked.
Hey Dave, why is Jade asleep? Also Teen Nana. Or Jane, I mean.
Oh, yeah, Vriska had to knock them out.
What? Why?
Because they were kicking up a ruckus.
Can you wake them up?
Don't wake them up!
Huh?
Yeah, we can't. Some kind of brainwashing thing going on. Gotta keep them napping. Especially Jade. I'm sure you know what kind of crooked-ass baloney fuck power she got. Can't let her turn those against us.
Right.
She should be pretty psyched to see you, though.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this or not, but apparently along the way her John died. Our version of John died. So she made the whole trip without you.
Oh no.
Yeah, this timeline was gearing up to be pretty tragic, I guess, but you sort of Deus Ex'd us out of nowhere and spared us those sad times. I mean, from your point of view, I guess it wasn't Deus Ex shit. You were just the normal John. You just always were. We're all zipping shit around like a nerdy hyper god, saving everything from whatever. But from our standpoint, you were just kind of yanked yourself out of random ass nothing. But hey, you know what? I'll take it.
Man, I had no idea. I guess this was Typhoeus meant? That's so sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all that time on the ship thinking I was dead. I mean, I guess I was dead, but you know what I mean. Are you sure we can't wake her up for a second just so she can see I'm alright?
Feel free, but I have a feeling you'll be just joining your nap if you try.
Darn. I guess we'll have to catch up later. Hey, what about Dave Sprite?
Dead.
No! That sucks too.
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess?
It's a weird subject for me. Like, the guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? I mean, that was his whole thing, right?
I don't know. I'll miss him anyway, but even if he isn't the real Dave, I kind of feel bad for ever thinking of him as any less real version, actually.
Yeah, he's me and exactly what I'd be like if I was a moping existential bird, so it was just kind of embarrassing to even talk about, okay? I guess it is sad, but, you know, a lot of versions of me have died. Lots of versions of all of us, including you. Isn't what's important about that certain dubiously categorized iterations of ourselves are all alive here and now and hanging out?
Yeah, that's what's important. I guess there'll always be time to reflect on everything that was lost later, like dead time clones and double dead ghosts or other such hogwash. Right now, I'm still so excited to see everybody. There's so much crazy stuff for all of us to catch up on. I don't even know where to start. It's overwhelming.
Don't stress over it. We still have some time to kill before shit gets actually real in this session. At least according to our Vriska in chief.
What do you mean?
All the bad guys are just outside the Insifosphere. They won't converge here until a few hours or so. So let's all just sit back a while and shoot the shit. And I mean empty our clips into the shit, like really pump that turd full of lead. Right up until she gets bossy again and commandeers our fly bro times with more shrill tactical exhortations.
Okay, that sounds great. Choose your characters.
Shit.
There are 8 conversations.
Oh.
Pain.
So tell me about your ridiculous meteor journey. The Dave from the Bat Timeline told me about some funny stories when we got together on the grassy hill planet, but we weren't actually hanging out for that long, so I didn't hear much. Also, I'm mostly sure Vriska wasn't alive during the trip.
Okay, well, let me tell you. Vriska was most certainly alive during this one, like almost extra alive, if that's possible.
I think I know what you mean. I spent some time with her when she was a ghost, and let's just say whatever her morality status is, she makes her presence hard. Mortality status is, she makes her presence hard to ignore.
Yes, I love this. Can we spend our whole reminiscence just destroying slightly above audible level? Or destroying Vriska slightly above audible level? Slightly? Carcat, you have only one volume setting. Wow, fuck you?
Okay, dude, Okay, dude, maybe let's not spend our pal time trash talking circuit, if only because there's no way you're not repeatedly trounced exactly like that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll chill out. You're right, Dave, as usual.
Wow. Carcat, for a funny shouty guy, you backed down on that really fast. I'm almost a bit disappointed. I was looking forward to more of your patented ravings.
Hey, John Fuckbert, I'll have you know, I'm a little more mature and reasonable than the last time you saw me. I'm a lot more than Mr. Hollersponge OneNote, and anyone who disputes this can cordially invite me to play their dirty seed flap like a discount harmonica.
Oh, well, I'm sold.
Seriously though, it's pretty cool to finally meet you. I mean, under more civil, rational circumstances. Unlike whatever the fuck that brief encounter was 3 years ago, where you KO'd Vriska and then poofed your flimsy ass into the fuck-all continuum. I know I seemed really mad about that at the time, for whatever reason, but really, I've had so many boring hours on that meteor to spend barely reflecting on the roughly 10,000 ways I don't give the slightest fuck about whatever idiotic fist of twait transpired back there.
Okay.
I'm completely over it. I'm over a lot of things, actually.
You are?
Yeah, like, remember back when I was yelling at you all the time from my computer? Back when I probably would have felt nervous or awkward about this encounter because of, well, you know.
No?
I was hitting on you briefly, and in a very confusing, non-chronological way, without even quite realizing how badly I was shoving my strut pod down my own statement tunnel.
Dude.
I mean, until you mercifully, and with a fair amount of tact, shut me down. Don't you remember?
Maybe?
How can you not remember that?
I don't know, it was a long time ago. We've had a lot of these ridiculous conversations.
Okay, well, maybe it was a bigger deal for me than it was for you. I mean, obviously it was, that's sort of the whole point. But the real point is, or that I was trying to make, is that it isn't a big deal anymore because I'm over it.
Carcat, what the fuck are you doing?
What? I'm talking, quite casually, about some shit that's not a big deal. And the point is that it's not a big deal anymore, so I'm just casually saying that. God!
Okay, it's not an unreasonable conversation to have. We just started our friend jamming about past anecdotes to get us all up to speed or whatever. And you're already trucking out these guns.
Guns? What guns?
Just saying, it doesn't sound that casual and no big deal if you keep saying it was casual and no big deal. And it's also the first freaking thing out of your mouth to John in 3 years. Why did I say friggin'? Fuck.
Sorry! I'm so truly fucking sorry. I forgot there was such an outstandingly smooth pile of shit in a cape within my judgment radius.
No, I mean, I think I remember. I think you were, black flirting with me or something, but in backwards order and while constantly yelling. I didn't really even know what that was, and I told you I wasn't a homosexual, so it was kind of a moot point, but also you didn't even know what that was either.
Yes, that's basically what happened. And that is exactly what I was trying to say I was over, and I guess and wasn't a big deal anymore. But now it's a big deal again, I guess. That's fucking great. Thanks, Dave.
Yo, I'm hardly one to talk here since I am a goddamn geyser of hilariously self-pulverizing Trojan bloopers. At this point, I can't even pretend to keep a lid on any of the shit I've gotten me, because I know sooner or later during one of my rad soliloquies, I'll just pratfall butt backwards into an embarrassing admission, and I just have to be like, yeah, okay, that's my shit, that's what I'm about, let's get the fuck on with our lives. So when John's like, hey man, and you're all like locked and loaded with some stuff about how you're over him and go on and on about it like it's some way you obviously protest too much shit and everybody knows it, so I don't see how it salvages any of your dignity or whatever to pretend that that's not what's happening.
Oh my fucking god.
So what I'm saying is, if you're so eager to push this shit out there...
I'm not pushing this out there.
if you're pushing this out there, which you are, then maybe we should rap about it. I mean, discuss it critically and earnestly, and not drop ill rhymes or anything. Though that could be sweet though too. So, are you sure you still don't have these unreconciled Black Rom feelings for John? I say we air this out before it ferments into some rank and hella unexamined feeling sauce.
Dave, I think you're making Karkat uncomfortable. Are you being a wise guy and trying to make us uncomfortable?
No, I don't do that to bros. That's huge uncool. I don't see what has to be uncomfy about chatting about our true ass thoughts and emotions. Dude, you clearly had a space thing for John, but I don't recall you ever bringing it up. Is this something you've been thinking about all this time, or?
No, not really.
Yeah, we could have talked about this. I have all kinds of shit to say about John, seeing as he was my number one dude for approximately the majority of 13 years. The main dead end here, man, is like nothing personal at all. I just think he is literally incapable of hating anyone.
It's just that he is literally.
It is just that he's literally incapable of hating anyone.
I know that. That is the exact fucking thing I knew and understood, and why I felt so stupid about it in hindsight.
Well, not that I really want to egg on this train of thought, but I don't know if that's quite true.
It's not?
I can get really angry and hate stuff too, just like you, but I think only in extreme cases. The skull guy in suspenders I got really pissed off at, but 100% sure that hate was platonic.
Getting pissed off at a suspender dude sounds like just the kind of sort of yarn I want to be all ears for some time. But okay, that's something to work with. Hey, Karkat, maybe there's some hope yet. Maybe it's not a total lost cause.
Okay, Dave, it definitely sounds like you're trying to own us now.
Own? What? No way. I'm being real as a motherfucker.
Being able to hate things, I think, is the smaller part of the equation. But what about the other part? Don't you think that's a little bit more significant?
What part?
The part about not being a homosexual?
John, dude, I gotta say, when you talk about not being a homosexual, you kind of sound like a corny old man.
What? Why? No, that's a normal way of putting it. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing to say, right? When that's how you are?
Somebody fucking kill me.
What does normal mean, though? Normal was some crap that ruled our dead civilization. We left that behind years ago. It's all a huge pile of shit that doesn't matter anymore.
Okay. So then you're saying... What are you saying?
I'm not sure, I guess. Okay, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't think that it's all simple as you think it is. Or maybe not like actively think it is, but continue to assume it is on account of not thinking about it all much. Or maybe not actively think it is, but continue to assume it is on account of not thinking about it much, due to a lot of junk about the subject that gets shoved into our brains from movies and stuff while we are just dumb kids. Dumb kids, yeah. I'm just saying, it probably isn't as absolute or simplistic as the way you've been framing it. Or maybe it is for you personally, I don't know. I'm just guessing you haven't spent much time thinking about it, if only because all the stuff we read and watch suggests that, like, even examining your honest thoughts about it is a perilous road to go down. Because if you actually think too much about it without always having that undercurrent of haha, nope, 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 then what happens? What if it turns out you're like not exactly the way you thought you were? Or maybe not so much that, as old presumptions about what you were turn out to be not that relevant?
Why? Why are there words happening to our conversation? Or why are these words happening to our conversation?
I don't know, man. I'm not sure what you've been doing for the last 3 years, all riding a large boat, then saving everyone from an apocalyptic whatever. But I've had a fuck ton of time on my hands to think about stuff. About stuff I've said and done in the past, and why I said and did them. A lot of things I once would have insisted were like part of my brand and helped me come across as cool and smartassy, but now I'm not so sure. We used to rip on each other all the time for being gay, even when we knew we weren't, which, of course, is what made it funny, remember?
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty funny sometimes. There's just a lot of joking around.
Yeah, I know. It frankly is funny to say how gay something is sometimes, and let's face it, it's sometimes someone or something is just flat out really fucking gay, and there's no two ways about it. It's more like that, though. It's more like that through the preponderance of all that.
Preponderance.
Preponderance. It's more like that through the preponderance of all that jokey shit is underlying implication that it's all lame stuff for pansies, but not like us. No, we're not lame. Ha ha ha. That's the joke. Which thrives on this being like a double buried implication that the real cool shit is founded on this absurd wanky ideal about masculinity, which if you think about it is 1, dumb as fuck, 2, the male adulation of masculinity to the extent that, to be honest, is pretty fucking gay unto itself, and 3, was always some totally impossible shit for us to live up to anyway. I think all that mixed up with some phony ideals about heroism, like living up to the storybook ideal of what a hero to me feels like almost interchangeable with living up to society's snapshot of what a hard manly dude should be. I just stopped pretending I could ever live up to either thing a while ago. And mainly I've spent time looking back on the sheer magnitude of all my joking around. I used to lambaste fuckers left and right, grinding them into the pavement over how gay they probably were and how quite possibly jonesing to kiss some dudes or such. I don't really feel bad about it in the sense that it was jerky or insensitive necessarily, though I guess maybe it was. More that I feel like it was probably transparent. A massive front of outrageous snark to disguise a lot of insecurity, like a fucking cover-up. As long as I kept clowning hard about it, I didn't actually have to think about it or face my actual beliefs.
Dave, all that's cool and all, and I think I mostly agree. But how do I put this? Are you gay now?
What? No.
The words. Why won't the words stop? Dear God!
I don't know. It sounds like to me you're trying to tell me something here.
Man, no, look.
I mean, it's okay if you're gay now. That's totally cool if true. I just think you turning gay would be kind of a weird consequence of me changing the timeline around. Okay, not weird, just unexpected. I don't know what I did to account for that. Maybe saving one of Terezi's plush toys did some goofy homosexual butterfly effect on you? Jeez, who knows?
Dude, you aren't listening. Although a gay butterfly effect is a pretty funny idea, Dave. Let's not dismiss that as a concept altogether. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is sort of getting lost in the weeds here. The fact that you're wondering if I turned gay makes me think that you're still not quite on the same wavelength that I'm trying to ramble on here. Maybe we should wrestle this topic to the ground another time. There's a lot more I'd want to say on this, but probably not the venue. I mean, let's not literally wrestle on the ground, because that is maybe literally the gayest course of action we could probably take, but you know what I mean.
Yes, later. Talk later, because then the words would stop. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely?
That's fine. We can talk about anything you want, anytime. I'm just still confused about what you're getting at is all. Like, what is the bottom line here? Are you actually attracted to boys now? Do you, did you, like, date any boys? But there weren't even that many boys on the Meteor. Well, there's the clown guy, but you don't really see him, and that only really, that really... Well, there's the clown guy, but I don't really see you and him. That really only leaves... Were you and Carcat? Are you and Carcat like?
No, 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 no. I retreat to my safe place, and yet the words, the stupid fucking prattle jockeying like rowdy barn beasts up against the partitions of good fucking sense and the most basic of personal boundaries. The goddamn blither of tactless nincompoops. How it continues to haunt my wretched ears. The words spill over the side of this enchanted metal frog discus like a babbling spring in a mythical forest governed by a guild of gossip-hungry lobotomy hobbits. This deluge of words leaked from the incontinent crevices of two brainless, gushing yammerwats, or yammertwats. It overfloweth. Oh, how it overfloweth, sogging my gray, practical pair of pants, the leggings of a simple man, a humble man. It then continues its downward trickle, dousing my unremarkable shirt, the serviceable garment of your average Alternatian Joe, chilling the frail torso beneath, a pathetic duffel of meat racked with heavy sobs caused by words which continue to drip and sluice and spill, threatening to drown me, pledging to, promising, and yet I will not drown. Why won't I drown? Please let me drown. Let me drown so the worlds will be no more.
Dave, I'm pretty sure we're making Carcat uncomfortable now.
You think?
Yeah, maybe we should drop this.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever picked up on this from him, but he's a pretty sensitive guy.
What? No.
It's true. He's pretty much the easiest dude to rip on and makes for an irresistible target, but you also have to know where to draw the line. You really don't want to actually, upset him.
Yeah, me neither. What the fuck is he doing?
Man, I don't know. That's just his regular shit. Like an everyday occurrence, but with different... Sorry. Like an everyday occurrence, but with different bodily positions and geographic configurations.
I see.
Bro, will you get the fuck up here?
No!
Okay, suit yourself. Anyway. As you can see, I've been spending probably too much time with the trolls. It messes with you. Gets you thinking about stuff, you know?
I can imagine. I think life was a lot more boring on the ship. We talked about you all a lot. We always wonder how you and Rose are managing to get along with all these crazy trolls. I think mostly we pictured a lot of arguments.
That's not too far off.
I'm still getting used to having such insane, limitless powers that allow me to go anywhere I want. It's tempting to go to time periods like yours and find out what I missed. But I don't want to mess with too much anymore, since it seems like I just got the timeline to a nice, stable place as it is. So I guess I just have to do what any regular guy does, and imagine fondly what it would be like if I got to travel with you guys. I wonder if I would have gotten, absorbed in troll culture too, or troll ways of thinking.
It's really inevitable. You pick up the lingo and they pick up yours. It's like a stupid cultural melange after a while that barely makes any sense from either frame of reference.
I wonder if I would learn to understand black romance. It's such a goofy idea, but it seems pretty important to trolls.
They take all the quadrants pretty seriously, to be honest.
Yeah, years ago when we first met the trolls, I remember being pretty fascinated by all of our cultural differences. When Carcat and Vriska were telling me about them, I remember really sincerely trying to understand it all from their point of view. It's hard, though. I still try to think about the idea of black romance sometimes and try to imagine how that really works or feels. I don't know. Do you understand it?
Yeah, I've spent enough time talking about it to where I think I can get it, but I've never had cause or any real inclination to put it into practice or anything.
Mainly the idea of hating somebody and translating that into attraction or some kind of romancy feeling. It feels so alien to me. And you're right. I really have And you're right. I have a really hard time even hating it. And you're right. I have a really hard time even hating anyone in the first place.
Word.
I mean, I get annoyed at people, sure.
Like who? Me?
No, not really. Well, sometimes, but not much. I always tend to laugh the exaggerated. I tended to exaggerate my grievances with you for the sake of laughs. A better example is more recently when I was doing my retcon mission. I was getting really annoyed with Terezi and her mind games.
Yep.
I definitely never crossed the line to hate, though, because we were working together to try and fix a dire situation. And even though she's weird and insane, she's otherwise a pretty good friend. But all of her needling and japes at totally inappropriate times when there was so much on the line, it was so frustrating.
Egbert, I have news for you.
Whoa, he's back. All right, set up and everything.
I heard you were talking about quadrants, so I decided to pause my tantrum. John, all you're doing here is describing the subtle feelings which plant the seed for having a collisionist crush on someone.
What?
You heard me. You are naively admitting to struggling with some black feelings for Terezi. So there you go. Question answered. Turns out you are perfectly capable of black romance.
No.
A fair rebuttal. However, consider this counterpoint. Yes?
I don't hate her, and I'm sure I never will. I'm just saying I found her, somewhat annoying and really aggravating a lot of the time. But that's it.
But that's exactly what the feeling is. It doesn't start out as a full-blown antipathy, and it rarely even reaches such an extreme level of hostility, even other long-term, or even over long-term black relationships. There are peaks to it, but otherwise a general ebb and flow to the dark feelings, just like with flustered relationships.
Okay, but I don't know if I'm expressing myself clearly. I felt aggravated by her a lot, but that doesn't fully describe... those were negative feelings, but also...
Yeah, that's it, right there. The but is always part of it. What you're trying to say is you had frustrated negative emotions towards her, but they don't comprehensively account for your attitude toward her. Meaning, there are some things about her you actually like, but the negative feelings make it hard for you to put your finger on them, or even want to acknowledge them. That is absurdly standard. What good would it be having a Kismesis who didn't possess qualities you actually admired on some level? That would be boring, and it wouldn't even work. There'd be no tension, no push and pull in the turbulent emotional landscape. The subtle positives add fuel to the negative feelings, often giving them a reason to exist at all. They inflame the aggravating factors, reminding you deep down how much you would like to admire this person if it wasn't for all their infuriating flaws, and the incredible sense of frustration that causes, along with all the associated hot-headed feelings. That's the essence of black romance. The positive qualities you see seep deep down in Kismesis also serve as the basis for red feelings toward that person, assuming the relationship ever starts to vacillate, and that's all pretty straightforward, really.
No, this is messed up.
I don't know, John. It all sounds pretty logical to me. Karkat knows his shit when it comes to quadrants.
It can't be true, though. It feels so fucked up. What if you're right, though? No.
That's part of it, too. The no is all part of the feeling. That's how it always goes. The sense of self-incrimination when it's dawning on you that you have these conflicting feelings towards someone who bugs you so much. Oh my god, this whole reaction is so fucking textbook, it's hilarious, really.
It's so fucked up, though.
It's supposed to feel fucked up.
Oh, man. I just want to have a nice catch-up chat, not get so transparently owned at the trollmances.
It happens to the best of us sooner or later. This crap is kind of old hat to me by now, but I get why you're freckling at the implications here. You didn't have years of living with trolls to kind of normalize this stuff.
I don't think I want it to feel normalized, though. I'm not ready to, admit that. I have some warped spade crush on her based on some feeling I don't understand and makes no sense to me. Oh, God. What if it's true? I have to try as hard as I can to express this feeling and make sure I never think about it again.
Okay, sounds like a weenie thing to do, but sure, have fun with that.
Fuck. Yeah, probably. Just please don't tell her about any of this, okay, guys?
John, you don't have to remind us about one of the most fundamental statutes of the Bro Code, which is practically fucking scripture on my planet, dating back hundreds of millennia. Dave and I fucking sleep and breathe the Bro Code and all of its clauses, so no matter how fine the print, feel free to come and talk to us about this anytime. Your secrets will always be safe.
Dude, that sentiment is all well and good, but when you're pledging a vow of secrecy, maybe you should try to keep it down a little.
Damn. Yeah. Sorry.
And even though this
God,
conversation,
it keeps going. I thought that would be a good place.
they're
for attention to end.
they're finishing character building before the final. I don't think you realize how close we are to the actual end.
Oh no, I realized how close they are because I looked up how many pages Homestuck is, and I
We
know
got, like,
that
maybe
we're
600
getting
more.
Yeah, about 600-ish more, 700-ish more.
Yeah, most of that is
Something like that.
most of that is conversations, and the end, like most of the end, is summarized in a few really excellent animations.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
No, but
fucking
what I
fun.
was saying is I didn't expect this conversation to last as long as it did.
Oh yeah, no, it's still
No.
going.
Yeah, no, it's gonna go for like at least 10 more pages. I feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
Oof.
So we cutting it for here. Or we gonna.
I think we're good here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and find somebody to raid. Let me look who I got.
No.
boop, 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 boop. You got anyone you want to raid? Saber?
No.
No, not really.
Well, no.
Okay, well,
How many people do you have in the?
I have too many
Stream.
options, but I'm figuring it out. I have an idea. All right. Either way, thank you everyone who's here and everyone who will be here watching this in the future, perhaps, maybe. Every Wednesday, approximately 6 p.m. Pacific Standard, at my Twitch channel. Link somewhere. You'll find it. It's good. You're good to go. I believe in you. Mwah. See you there.
Bye.
And night.
And the raid is
The raid is
the raid